that area there. Interesting, Lori.
These protesters, would you say they're more ugly or more stupid?
You're a loser.
You're wearing a woman's coat. That poor lady, she got shot through the window. Back up. Do we want to have a moment of silence for her? Okay. Rest in peace, Ashley Babbitt.
I'm angry.
She was like stone-faced or whatever.
Why? You don't know, do you? What is one message you'd like to impart to all these angry people? In 5 words or less, because a Muppet got to do.
Oh, where to even begin?
Oh, that's
The rally, the Washington one. No, I did not go to that rally. I earlier tonight or whatever, I showed some video clips from it. But that one lady that ran in on a guy that came into her restroom at a exercise place. Was it Anytime Fitness or one of Planet Fitness? I think it was. Spoke at that. She's kind of going around to all the Democrat people that are talking or whatever. But she showed up with Brandy Cruz at the steps of the Capitol. I think it was yesterday. Heard of the Groundhog Day? I've heard of the Groundhog Day. There's speaking of hogs, if you want to know about hogs or whatever, follow Angry Oregonian's motorcycle page. It'll tell you all about those kind of hogs, but you're probably talking about a different kind of hog.
I shot some hogs in Arizona one time.
Oh, really? They have hogs like boars kind of thing in Arizona?
Yeah, they come running out from underneath of our house.
Yikes. It's a strange place for a hog to be.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I know they had them in Arkansas and shit, but I didn't know they had them in Arizona.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
Prescott, Arizona.
Hey, Lori M on Twitter, are you the same Lori that we were talking about earlier? If you still want to come on or whatever, we'll
what I did
have somebody.
What I did just find out
Go ahead.
is they have mooses or meese up in Idaho. I did not know that.
Oh, they have moose in Idaho. Hell yeah, and elk.
Yeah, but northern Idaho, I would imagine mainly, and maybe in the central area. But yeah, it's a pretty area. You think it's kind of barren a little bit and things like that, but it's not a lot of greenery up north.
Crazy.
From what I remember. One time my car got stalled going across into Montana, just to say that I went to Montana, but I couldn't get there. And then I had to stop in the town of Wallace, Idaho. That was the town where Dante's Peak was filmed. It was kind of cool that.
Yeah, that's the mining town right off the highway, right?
Yeah. They even did, when they made the town or whatever, or the interchange or whatever, they had to account for the town. It was weird.
I didn't know Dante's Peak was filmed there. I've been in that town plenty of times on my way back and forth.
Yeah. I stayed in that fancy hotel in town with all the old fashioned stuff. It was interesting. I forget the name of it, but it was like, wow, this is like a fancy old hotel.
Bad actor.
I'm a good actor. I went to Juilliard, you son of a...
Who the hell are you talking to?
I'm Puppet Edgar. I'm beloved by millions. Are you Martha Washington? What's it like being a wigger? I got a cop joke.
He did not just say that.
To beat the crowd. Bam.
He said wigger.
I'm looking at this throng of white faces.
I can't go fast on him. He talks too fast, so we're going normal speed on this guy.
Where are your black friends? This is DC. It's 90% black. I don't see them. Point to one out. Point out a black friend.
Right there.
Where's your black friend?
They're all over the place.
I see one. It's 90% black this town. All right.
Open your eyes. Stop lying, dude.
My eyes can't blink. You may have noticed.
Maybe it's just somebody.
No, dude, I don't know who you're talking to. You're talking to a
talking
Muppet.
to you.
I don't know
want
who you're
to talk
talking
to your
to.
puppet.
No, I don't
want
know.
to talk
I
to
don't
you.
understand who you're talking to, sir.
I'm talking to you, sir.
I'm talking to you too. He's so angry, and I don't understand why. I just congratulate you on being one of the few non-white people here. How does it feel? What is it like being the only black person at this march? Fight the radical right.
Oh, Howard, if you're deaf, I apologize. I can't do anything about that, but it's funny stuff. It's probably just funny to laugh at if you're seeing it. Either that or you're trying to trick me.
Isn't the radical right just another rebranding of common sense? This has been a really long lunch break. All of you are fired.
I'm a fan of Democrats.
Socialism has killed hundreds of millions in the last century. Was that too many or not enough?
Fuck you, Puppet Edgar!
Better women have tried and failed, lady. Is there one effective person here? There's no one here I want to do. What's in the water? This is what happens when you have unlimited PTO, people. Get back and file those TPS reports, damn it.
I'm not going to let us have a tyrant again.
One person's tyrant is another person's awesome president. Why is everyone so mad these days?
Oh, Edgar, or the guy behind Edgar, was at J6 March, really? Wow, I believe you, but it's interesting.
Can you tell Edgar?
I'm raising my son in a world that makes no sense to me right now.
Are you teaching him to lift weights and hold the door open for ladies?
No.
Why are you so mad?
Why aren't you?
Because I voted for this.
Oh, you voted for
I love protests.
I work for the government, so we're a little. Yeah.
Wait. So
I don't know about that, Sand Tiger. Is there they look like shields? I think on Rumble or whatever they have shields or whatever, but let me take a look at the YouTube chat if the YouTube changed. Usually they're a wrench or whatever on that I've ever seen, but let me take a peek at the YouTube chat if the YouTube changed without the echo. That's still a wrench. Tanya's a wrench there. Wrench, there's no shields there. I did have to make somebody a special mod, maybe the special mods or whatever. They have the power to ban people or whatever, or a shield or something like that, but that's about all I know. Back to the Edgar thing, unless you guys have any input on what Edgar's been saying so far.
Dude, he's cracking me up.
I know, it's like I want to stop playing him, little jokes or whatever. And yeah, he's right. They're 90% of the town, Washington D.C. is not white.
So you're part of the Trump administration. How's it been going so far? Right-wing morals!
Did you read the President of the United States is
Hey, don't be a bitch.
Prime Minister of Norway?
I don't read Norwegian.
It was in English. He doesn't know Norwegian. Go look it up.
Yes, he does know Norwegian.
You read it.
No, I don't know.
I think I had to make Wolfie or whatever because we had somebody in the a bot that was kept coming in the chat saying stupid things repeatedly. So rather than me trying to deal with it, I had to make Wolfie or is it Tanya? Somebody I made a special moderator. I might take that away from them for temporary purposes. But anyway, that might be why they have a shield on instead of a wrench. But sometimes I can't pay attention to the chat or the chats goes crazy, so I have to give certain people a little bit more power.
Is Norway even a country?
We have the gay black brothers. Stop.
Have you ever been there? It doesn't exist.
As a black man, do you want to talk and justify abortion? Yeah. Do you want to justify how black women make them?
Wait, don't break the fourth wall. I'm a cancer on this protest.
What is your message to the kids today?
I don't talk to kids, bitch. Everybody team? Wait. If black women... Yes.
He's a Republican. Don't talk to him. He's a Republican. We don't talk to Republicans. That's what I hate. Exactly. It's just, but it's the white liberal women that do this. Looks like they were ready. They're teenage types or whatever. They want to be able to get their social media presence or something out there. Like, let them talk if they want to talk. They're the ones being fascist when they take away other people's ability to have a conversation. Crazy.
Oh, they'll put signs in your face. They'll put signs in your camera. That's the worst, man. When they put the signs right in your camera.
It's like, why are you doing that? Like, you're trying to have a conversation here. But if I was doing that kind of stuff, I'm like, what do you think of a person that takes away your ability to have a conversation? Would you call that fascism? You talk to the person that trying to talk to you, and it's even though you ideologically agree with them, they've got to be able to call that person out and say, no, I want to have a conversation with this right winger and get my points across. But usually they'll sort of the person in the yellow vest or whatever. I have to listen to them because they're the authority figure.
So the negotiators or the de-escalators or whatever you want.
De-escalators, exactly.
They don't know a single thing about de-escalation tactics here, Mr. Bill.
Yeah, I know. Especially in Portland.
You ask them what verbal judo is, and they'll look you dead in the face. I mean, if you've taken a simple DPSST certification class, which I have, you should understand what verbal judo is.
Yeah.
And for those of you who don't know, DPSST is the certification that you get to become a security guard.
Oh, interesting. Black Rebel probably took that course. I would imagine was a security guard. I'm not sure what he's doing in Montana nowadays, but I remember he was a security guard at different places.
I've heard that's what Geyer does. That's my day job.
Interesting. I thought you were a producer or other type stuff.
Oh, we do a lot of things. We do a lot of things over here.
You see that, Geyer?
I do see that.
Does that mean you're certified or certifiable or something?
He can he can basically impose the fullest duty of the law without imposing the fullest duty of the law. If that's what I did. That's not what if I'm not mistaken.
Interesting. Something like that.
There's no telling what could happen if you talk to a puppet. Did that lady with the halitosis convince you?
I'm 12.
That's horrible.
We're 12.
You are not 12. You're 12 kilograms, you fat ass.
Now, poor lady, shot in the head.
Get the laughing out. You're 12. Okay, I'm going to look that up. 12 kilograms. That was sort of a 26 pounds. I don't think
6.46 pounds.
She just innocently sitting in her car when she accelerated towards that cop. This is the problem with white liberal women. They don't have enough black friends who would tell them to just comply, lady.
She was complying.
That's truth right there.
I'm going to repeat that. I didn't hear it, or I was thinking about something else.
And that poor white lady shot in the head by an ice.
Yeah. She just innocently sitting in her car when she accelerated towards that cop. This is the problem with white liberal women. They don't have enough black friends who would tell them to just comply, lady.
She was
Ooh, now I get it.
Facts.
That is 100% fact.
eating off like things. So one guy was trying to open her door. One person was telling her to get out. One person was telling her to drive away.
Yeah, but what you do is you listen to the law enforcement, not your friend there. You know, you listen to law enforcement.
That's funny because you ever notice you don't see black women in these situations.
Yeah. They usually know better unless they're, you know.
Every once in a while you see a Hispanic, but most of the time it's white people that are apparently trying to take advantage of their white privilege.
Yeah, liberal.
Because everybody else knows better.
yeah, they think they can get away with consequences because they think they can get away with things that other people can't or something like that. They think other people are so disadvantaged that they can't get away with breaking the law or some weird.
Yeah, and then they find out that the whole white privilege narrative is a myth.
Yeah, once they see the actual consequences.
100% myth.
Law and order, yeah, exactly, Tanya.
Her girlfriend was telling her to drive away. Girlfriend's authority does not exceed police officers. I know you white women are insurrecting like a lot.
I know, we're dangerous.
Listen, if a cop talks to you, I want your ass to just comply, lady.
Okay.
You repeat after me, comply. Come on, comply. Comply. Come on, say it, comply.
Already done.
Comply with a police officer, okay? Are you going to comply, lady?
I wouldn't dare.
Hey, mods, if you would or whatever, if you're bored enough in the chat, make sure you're putting the Anger Oregonians and Geyer's Digital's channels in the chat, pretty please. Actually, Geyer
Appreciate you, Bill.
if he wants to or whatever.
I can do it myself.
He's their own mods.
I'll drop it in
Like,
there.
what am I doing? You guys are your own mods. I can.
You can get your ass shot, and then who will take care of your cats?
I have a dog. Okay, come on.
Wait, you have no kids, do you?
No.
Are you channeling your motherhood instinct into a criminal illegal alien office?
No.
Yes, you are. I'm just trying to save all the mentally unstable white ladies out there.
Mentally unstable, huh?
Well,
She was
not
mentally
you.
unstable?
Not you.
Not me.
Oh, maybe a little. You crazy white ladies.
The way that lady's looking at the puppet holder and everything, I think he has a crush on him.
have been stirring up a lot of shit lately.
Yeah, that's
Ain't
fair.
you gonna behave? I want you to go home safe to your cats.
Hey, want to help me save America? Go to the description section of this
Yeah,
video.
that definitely looks like longing.
Episodes days earlier. Get 20% off Edgar merch at shopedgar.com and access exclusive members-only content like this one. When I snake baby there and life. You'll get credit at the end of the episode. Woo! Now back to the show.
Yeah, help me move these white bitches out of here. Come on. Listen to the lady. Disperse back to your book club. Clear the women. Time to leave.
Advertisement time. How are we doing, guys, in the chat? You guys doing good? What else? If you guys have something else you want to discuss or something like that, feel free. See if BCP gets done with his lunch, he can come in here. We can give him some education about StreamYard or something like that if he wants to, or see what his thoughts are.
I know. I'm just kind of hanging out waiting for you to get BCP in here so I control him.
Puppet Edgar is great. He is great.
Yeah, it's a cool thing to watch. It's either this or see what who is doing down there earlier, but I don't want to accidentally get that N word on my stream again, you know.
Oh my God, is there a game on the screen? Did we switch to Twitch?
No, it's advertisements that sometimes is longer than it needs to be. There we go.
Met across a crowded Pennsylvania Avenue.
Why don't you have YouTube Premium, Bill?
White bitches have to.
Or the other thing people keep saying, why don't you use Brave or something like that? Something that doesn't allow the advertisements or something like that, because I'm stuck on Google. It's just easier to use, and look at the face in the background.
Or just get YouTube Premium, Bill. Even my broke ass has that.
Man, you like all these crazy fancy things or whatever. I got Amazon as far as streaming services, Amazon and Paramount through Amazon or whatever. No more Netflix or anything like that. Those are my only two streaming services, and StreamYard that I have to pay more to be able to stream to 3 different places and other stuff. And BCP, he got the fancy version. It's like $36 a month or whatever. So the guy helped him out with that. Hopefully he might have to pick your brain more on some of that other stuff that sounded like Geyer. But anyway.
What was that? Pick my brain on what? Sorry, I was texting somebody. I got a one-track mind.
It's all right. He wants to be able to restream, and he doesn't know how to use OBS. Yeah, I told him OBS is free, but it takes a little while to get used to. But he should be able to, on StreamYard, from what I understand, on the highest plan or whatever, he should be able to have 2 things on the screen at once, at least. You know.
Yeah, he can have 2 screens.
Yeah, but I can't have 2 screens. I can do 6 or 10 people, and 1 screen would be the maximum. But I can't have 2. Like I have 3 monitors. I can't have both those monitors be on the StreamYard screen at the same time. Does that make sense? But he could, because he paid the extra. But hopefully he'll figure that out.
Up to like 10 or something like that.
Whatever you can fit on your screen and fiddle with and things like that. I usually don't go any more than 5 or 6 at a time. But then I have to play with it in such a way on my 3rd screen to fit it on there using Windows and everything, and then crop it down, you know.
Okay, speaking of this, Bill, I got a subject I would like to bring up and ask your guys' opinion on.
Go for it.
Let's go.
So I haven't been, sorry, I'm getting reset up. I haven't been monetized or anything like that, but I just, like about a week ago, I put, before last weekend, I put some links to like my Cash App and stuff on my channel description page.
Yeah.
And I'm always really, really hesitant to like ask for money. I don't know. I've gotten 2 donations, and oh my God, I was happy about that because it paid for my gas to get back home. But I don't know when is it appropriate, and how do you do that without looking like a douchebag?
That's a good question. Different people have different ways of doing it. You know, some of these streamers, they get lucky or whatever. They beg for it. You know, if you ever watch the Crucible guy or what, Andrew, he says, "Give me money, you midgets and everything. Give me money. Give me the money now." It works for him. or not that I get any money from my generous chat, but when I tell everybody I'm the anti-grifter. I don't grift. You don't have to give me money. You know, people think that I'm actually grifting by doing that, but I'm not actually grifting by doing that. Like Howard there, he's a nice of a guy. He found a super chat button, even though I didn't advertise the super chat button. That's my method of sort of grifting, even though I'm not grifting, Howard, right? You can't blame me for grifting to get you to do that for me. I appreciate that very much, though. That'll help pay for the electric bill for running 3 monitors here. But Guy, do you have any advice, or chat, do you have any advice on how somebody would sort of ask for money without asking for money?
For me, it's just making sure that, like, if you're asking for the money, it's going towards what you're asking it for. Making sure that there's accountability there. It is expensive to do what we do. I've had a lot of equipment smashed out of my hands, like smacked out of my hands and broken, and that's been the most expensive thing for me. Now that the Geyer name has become a little bit more active and we're building a platform here, the donations start coming in a little bit, and it's pretty cool to see that people want to actually help us out and get us places to go report on things. And so understanding that if you do have a platform and then you do have something that you're using this money for and actually making something out of it, then I don't see a problem with it. Going out there and begging for money, you turn into a beggar at that point.
See, that's what I'm afraid of.
Yeah. As long as you feel that you're doing it for the right reasons, and and you're getting hate for it, you're doing it the right way.
Yeah. See, my thing is like, I've got a 3-year-old phone. I've got a 5-year-old GoPro, and I literally, this will tell you how bad this is, because my domestic expenses are ridiculous, and I don't make a whole lot of money. So, we're having a hard time making ends meet at home as it is. And I want to up my YouTube game. And like for instance, the biggest thing is I've got an editing software program that I love. And what I did was basically every time I get a new laptop, which is like once every 2 or 3 years, I sign up for the free trial, and then I never put that laptop online again. So I've literally been using a 30-day free trial for 3 years, because it costs like $100 or something to get the paid version of it, and I can't afford to do the paid version of it. So what I'm trying to do is hopefully get my YouTube channel to pay for its own upgrades. It's like, I know you're not going to get rich off of YouTube. I'm not trying to be million subscriber, I'm not trying to be Cletus McFarland or anything like that. I just want to be able to upgrade my game, and I can't do it with my income. So I'm trying to figure out how to make the YouTube pay for itself. But at the same time, I'm not really good at asking people for money, even in real life. I mean, I'm just not good for that. But at the same time, if I want to do bigger and better things, I want to be able to do restreaming. I want to be able to do what you're doing, Bill. But I've got to pay for things to get to that point. And it's really awkward, especially when I see the comments that people leave on chats that I'm watching. People are like, oh, here he is asking for super chats again. I don't want to be that person, but at the same time, how do you remind people or get people interested, let people know that you need and want money without being a grifter,
Yeah.
Which
Moon Willow has a. Oh, let me. I'll speak in just a second. Sorry. Look at what Moon Willow said. She has a good point there about what she's thinking there. But also Howard Faust, thank you for the donations. They're not expected, not. Some people say that not expected, not needed, but not deserved. I forget the word, but anyway, somebody uses some sort of language like that to do it. But also, if you, Howard, go to Angry Oregonian's channel. I put it in the link or whatever. If you want to send any more money, send it to Angry Oregonian. You can sort of have other people indirectly kind of advertise your channel, like how you see me do it all the time or something like that. And getting more attention to your channel is kind of one way to help, not that, you need it or anything like that, but it's one way to kind of get some people to shout you out that are your buddies like me and BCP and Guy or things like that.
I need it because I'm not very good at self-promotion.
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah, but yeah, Howard, if you have a few more dollars, you don't have to. I'm not saying you have to or whatever, but make sure you're at least following the Angry Oregonian, and he should have a Cash App on his YouTube just in case. Just not saying you have to. I'm just saying there's an option for you.
I'd just be happy to get the 500 so I could be monetized.
Yeah. How close are you to 500? Let's see here.
Preacher's ready.
I think I need like 30 some more.
452 is what it says here. Let's get him to 460, guys. At least 460 here. He's at 452 right now. Click on that link there. Let's get him going there.
My X right here.
Click on that link there. Oh, StreamYard, there it is. Help him out. If there's how many people are in this chat still? 39 people. Okay, like half of them are. Well, it is working, guy. On my screen or whatever, it shows that your chat also. It says 2 on YouTube, 61 on X. So yeah, you're working out through the system. Good.
That's awesome. I love it.
And then let's do this.
We're cooking with gas.
Yeah, hey, my ego's big because you guys want to hear us this late at night. I'm appreciative of everybody who's watching our thing right now.
And see, that's the thing too, is I wanted to touch on, Angry, is that people spend Friday nights and Saturday nights and Wednesday nights, whatever night of the week it is, hanging out with people, live streaming on YouTube, whatever social media platform it is. And it's like if they want to continue to see this and have an entertainment source or have a news source or anything like that, since it's fully independent, right, or there's no sponsorships running anything, I'm not controlled by big corporations. He's not, you're not. So it's just like we're doing this by ourselves. And so when the people, if they want to continue to see this, they're going to continue to put it into it. Just like if you want to go to the store and you want to drink a Coca-Cola, you're going to pay for a Coca-Cola.
Thank you, Howard, on that there for subbing already. You probably did it that one time or whatever when I was like pushing a little bit too hard to get him to 400 or whatever was the time. So we're trying to get him to 500 now to be able to monetize.
Yeah, Bill, it's hard for you to get people to sub to me because you've already got everybody to sub to me.
I know, but I allegedly got 100 new followers today or something like that from the stream there. So maybe there's a few of those people hanging out there that don't mind giving a little bit more extra attention, and some of the Twitter people too that I haven't recognized. Thank you for reposting the stream, Boyd, over there. Much love over there.
How many people do I got over in mine? We got over on X, we got 66. YouTube, it's looking like we may have 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Make sure to follow these two guys right here.
You guys are going to find something to talk about because I'm going to use the restroom and put a banner that says Mr. Bill will be right back, but you guys can take over the stream. There's big enough screen that works for me. We'll talk about whatever's don't break TOS, obviously.
So we actually stood side by side a few times down there in front of the ice facility, huh, Angry?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Crazy times down there.
I don't know about you, but is it tiring to you, or is it just because I'm old?
Oh, dude, so working for David Medina down there. I spent from end of June all the way up to about middle of October, end of October, every single day, basically every single night. I stayed out there multiple times. And it was tiring. I was sore. I was sick. I got gassed multiple times. We were followed multiple times. It was just tiring, man. It was very tiring. But the content that we gathered and just like the being inside of it kind of made you realize like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
You know, and so, yeah, man, those 4 months, that was tiring. You're right.
Yeah, it wears you out, man. It's not just walking around pointing a camera around. I mean, you're expending energy, and it's kind of tense. You're a little tensed up all the time because you're watching around you and everything, and then the aspect of trying to get the best content. So you're looking all around and trying to see, because you don't want a boring stream. So you're constantly scanning the whole area trying to find the next point of excitement, and then you got to rush over there, and you do that for some hours, and it'll get to you.
Where's on you? Yeah, and all while you're getting yelled at, spit on, stuff thrown at you.
Yeah.
You know, trying to have viable conversations with somebody, trying to have legitimate conversations with at least somebody. So it's like being in one of those McDonald's playpens, you know, just with violence.
Yeah. Well, that's another thing that I wanted to point out to the chat is that a lot of people say, oh, I don't have a lot of money and I'm sorry I can't help. But the thing is, when you're down there and you're in the middle of it, you don't get any positive reinforcement. Every once in a while, somebody from Patriot Corner will come and put their hand on your shoulder and give you a smile or something. But for the most part, you're in a giant sea of negativity and it's wearing you out, and it mentally and emotionally wears you out. But then you look at your chat and you see people, random people that you don't know from Adam, and they're in your chat saying, oh, we appreciate you. We're glad you're there. Mm-hmm. That's a huge boost. That's more important than money a lot of times.
Oh, 100%. I'll touching on that is like when people say, oh, I don't have the money to donate, I don't have anything I can give. The best thing you can give at that point is liking, sharing, commenting, following, getting involved. And I think and creating things like this, you know, where people who are trying to go out there and do the same thing, you know, I've got a different niche than Angry has, than Mr. Bill has, than Preacher has. You know, we all do kind of our own little thing, but we can all come together as one whole to kind of promote everything what we do and show you guys what goes on. And so being able to have that platform and the people that come in and comment, like we've got comments here in the comments, and I'm looking like, I mean, my name is like a household name around here now, and it's interesting to me because like my name wasn't known until I started doing stuff like this. I mean, I've done some pretty cool things, but like I walk into a city and people recognize me. You know, it's weird. You know, it's good and it's bad. You know, so but being able to see like, hey guys, like we're praying for you. You know, we got your back. We remember that night. You know, it's cool to be able to have instances like that from people that we don't even know. So you're 100% right, Angry.
Yeah, yeah. And in some cases, you know, certain people are liked and not liked and things like that, and that makes them famous and infamous at the same time. You know, just whether they're Lex Luthor, everybody knows him, but we're not saying you're Lex Luthor. I'm saying that. So, I was watching that interview with Tommy earlier, and the guy opened up his phone lines, and literally there were people calling in from every state in the nation to say, hey, we watch you, Tommy. We like what you do. And all the rest of the guys that are down there, we love what we watch in Portland. And you don't realize that. You're stuck in, you know, especially us three, we're Portlanders. So this is our area. Sometimes we don't think beyond the Portland box. Hey, what's up, Q? We don't think beyond the Portland box, but we don't realize that YouTube is worldwide. And we got people all over the place that are watching what we do. And sometimes that blows my mind when I get subscribers from other freaking countries. I'm like, man, I'm just this tiny little old guy that just walks around, you know. I'm not important at all. I'm not loud. I'm not obnoxious. I don't have a niche. I just go down there and I film. And all of a sudden we're getting props and attention from people across the pond. And I'm like, this is awesome. So again, I'm going to reiterate, you guys in chat, when you leave positive messages and stuff like that, like I said, sometimes that's more important than money. Sometimes it's worth, you know, it's better currency than money. I mean, obviously we need money, we love money, but the fact that the positive support in that environment is huge, bigger than we could convey to you. Yeah. Very well said. Very well said. Oh. What's going on, Quincy? Thanks again for lunch.
CP in the house.
And I owe somebody a tip or whatever. Next time when we have dinner, I have to pick up the tip. Okay.
Okay. You make sure you do that.
More than $2. That's why he was ignoring you, because you pissed you off.
More than $2.
Oh, come on. You eat too much.
Mr. Bill's a cheapskate.
5%. I think that's fair.
You said 5%? It's supposed to be 10, bro. It's supposed to be 10.
10, man.
15 out here in Oregon.
Yeah. Sometimes they make you pay that before you leave the building or whatever.
Yeah.
Before you even order it in some places.
Next time, throw a live and have it crowdfund your tip, Bill.
It works.
Sometimes, yeah, that's what we were sort of doing beforehand or whatever. When Quincy was driving or whatever down there, I called him while he was driving and saying, don't you owe me lunch or something like that? And then like a few minutes later, somebody gave him $5 for my lunch. So
That's true. See?
Yep.
Did you make sure that you thanked them?
K2, he's my moderator. I don't know. He's in there right now. He's probably moderating somewhere else out there. But yeah, I'll thank him later. He's a good guy there.
You should have already done that.
I thanked him. K2, if you're in the chat, I'll thank you or whatever. Or find him later on. He's in the what they call the panel verse with people that talk about debates and things like that. And crazy stuff. You've heard of Rob Knorr? He's kind of hangs out with those guys.
Yeah.
Anyway, what have you been up to? What do you have for dinner tonight? Everybody was wondering.
I had a burger and some mini corn dogs and some fries. Yep.
Did you go to a place that like DJ Reckless used to go, or was it a newer place?
I've been there before. Yes, I have been there before.
Cool.
I didn't really go there when I was DJ Reckless. I did one time actually. I had a date there. Actually, someone took me on a date there. Or I took them. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, I've been there one time.
Did they identify as a woman at the time?
anyway, let's just move along.
Okay.
Come on, it's story time. Come on.
Yeah, right.
Is there an event tomorrow or whatever? You don't have to talk about it, but I heard something about the mayor or something like that.
That's not tomorrow.
Oh, it's
Not tomorrow.
Not tomorrow.
Nope, not tomorrow.
Interesting. Probably just ice tomorrow again. Thursday night. It might heat up a little bit on Thursday night for people who want to take Friday off, I guess. I don't know if I'll go down there.
I'm not going to say nothing because I don't want to piss off any Patriots. So I'm not going to say nothing.
What are you saying? Patriots would be pissed off with your opinions or something like that? No, come on. They would never do that. Come on.
No.
People are not upset about opinions.
No. Hey, we all believe in freedom of speech, right?
Well, you don't want to get in trouble with your opinions there. I don't like your opinion about the KJV or whatever, but
I know, but it's okay. I mean, only Mr. Bill. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Oh, come on.
Sometimes.
Okay.
And at the same time, the truth shall set you free.
Okay. Without listening to Quincy, what's your favorite version of the Bible? If they're assuming there's the two main ones or whatever. Come on, let's have a poll: KJV or NIV.
You've already done this, Mr. Bill. You've already done this.
What? No, I haven't.
Let's move along.
I'm going to stay out of this one.
Y'all been on here for 3.5 hours doing what? Technical stuff or what?
Waiting for you to get done eating.
Hey, I was playing pool. I was socializing. I made IRT. He's tired. He's already crashed out. So I accomplished what I needed to accomplish.
Yeah. So what did Joe think of our fair city?
What did he think? I don't know. We didn't really talk about it, to be honest with you. He's already looking. He's put it this way. He's already looking forward to the next place. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it was kind of boring. He didn't pick an exciting night.
No, but no, he didn't. I already told him that. I let him know. But like I said, I don't want to say nothing because it might make some Patriots mad if I say that there's nobody down there. It just might make it might make some people on the left mad. It might make some people on the right mad. So I know.
There was more people down there when I was down there around 4 or 5 o'clock than there were.
Probably, yes.
Yeah, I'm just going to say there was nobody down there tonight, and that's a fact.
Yeah,
that is a fact.
15.
Were you watching Pretend Media's chat, Quincy?
The what?
Were you watching Pretend Media's chat tonight? I guess Tommy Boy and Pam Tifa were in there going at it.
Oh, were they?
Joe knows. Angry knows more about what they were saying to each other than I do, but I guess they were having some troubles in the chat there.
In Pretend Media's chat, they were going at it?
Yeah, apparently Tommy went in there and was minding his P's and Q's and not being aggressive, and Pam just went off the handle on him, and some of Pretend Media's chat was actually jumping on Pam's case.
Wow.
Yeah, it was kind of surprising to see.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I had somebody from the left in my chat tonight and kind of thanking me and saying, we have differences of opinions, but likes that I can stay balanced and fair and all that. So that was cool.
There was that one person too in the Pam Tiva's chat the other day, the dog face person. I forget her name, but she always wears the mask, or he, she, whatever.
The one on the bicycle.
Yeah, and she said somehow or another the Tiefers, one group of the Tiefers, put bear spray in her thing or whatever, and she was not happy with them.
Is that who that was? I was talking.
That's at least the avatar was that person anyway. I forget the name that they had on the channel or something like that, but later on they calmed her down, but there was a little bit of infighting going on.
Wow. Yeah. That person was upset prior. I remember when Nick Shirley was here, Nick Shirley went over to help them with the same sort of similar situation. He thought that something was stolen off his bike, and Nick went over there, was like, is that it? And he felt stupid.
Yeah.
So
that was wild. Yeah.
It was a human furry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I forget the name or whatever. Sally or something like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I had him bark for me though.
I think I remember seeing that.
I did. I got it on film. So yeah.
Put on the Instagram there. Did you have any other technical questions or anything like that, Quincy? Or did you watch that video I sent you? That video about how to connect your Instagram to your.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I watched that. Yeah. I haven't been able to do. I need to get to a base computer.
Thank you, Jeannie, for the sub.
What's that?
Actually,
I'm not muted.
I'm trying to shout out all the other channels and everything. This guy needs more attention. Listen to his popular opinions, that even though everybody despises him, make sure all the lovers and haters go to Geyer. Go ahead.
I went on MDG's chat earlier today and I told him I was Antifa, and one of his Alex Jones bot chats was like Geyer needs attention. He's telling everybody he's Antifa. It was stupid. It was dumb. You guys don't understand.
A lot of it is dumb.
Yeah. Like
I saw someone. I saw someone there say KJV only a Mr. Bill.
Yeah. I the other people they're just trying to brag about you.
I saw that.
They're trying to be nice here or whatever. They want you to stay in here, so they're trying to be nice to you. So they're saying KJV. You can be honest, guys. Quincy won't take offense to opinions or anything like that. Other people won't take offense to opinions about people's actions, but we don't take offense to people's actions about what version of the Bible they read. Preferably the Greek or whatever. If you wanted to do the old Greek or.
I was going to say, if you want my answer, when I studied the Bible, I did Greek, Hebrew, and original Aramaic. So it is what it is.
But really? you were alive back then, so that's the only thing you could read, though. I couldn't resist that one.
How'd you read all that?
Because I went to school for it, Quincy. We've discussed this.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
It was a long time ago, though, so don't hold me to it now. But
yeah.
Quincy, are there any books?
Is that English Standard Version? Or was
yeah.
That?
I have the English Standard. I have that.
Is that an old one or a new one?
It's more newer-ish. Actually, it was gifted to me.
These and thous in that one, or is that more of a?
No, it's your language.
Oh, English. Okay.
Westernized language.
I mean.
Westernized. What's up, guy? What'd you say?
What's are there any theological books that you recommend, like anything by C.S. Lewis or anything like that?
I don't read books.
You don't read books.
I know. I don't.
Well, you read 64 of them, but
that one. But I'm more of a listener. And things like
He barely reads his own chat, so you know.
True story.
True. Facts.
Ding 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 ding.
Facts.
Hold on, we gotta set sound for that one, guys. We gotta set
Except
sound
when he's
for
driving
that one.
70 miles an hour on the highway, then he reads his chat for a
Then
second.
I'll read chat. That's why I did that today, because I usually don't read the chats when I'm in the field, because there's people that spy on your chats. I don't like people looking over my shoulder trying to be nosy, so I turn the chats off, because my chats are saying things that I may agree with.
Yeah.
But when you're in territories, see, you gotta
a little bit when you're surrounded or whatever.
And then everybody wants to have an in-depth, serious conversation with you while you're looking 360 degrees to not get hit with a piss ball.
Exactly. Answer my question. Answer my question.
Over and over and over.
Yeah.
So I would never do that.
So I thought today, I was like, I'll just drive and have that 5-hour opportunity to engage and talk and get pulled over. So
where was that on that? I didn't see when you got pulled
where
over.
was that at? That
you
was
did get pulled over. I thought it was. I thought that was
Oregon from Idaho.
It was north of Ritzville by about 10 miles. Ritzville, Washington. Yeah.
That's that long stretch through the golden fields, huh?
Yeah.
Like where that you know that rest area that's like up on the hill and it overlooks everything. It's a real pretty rest area.
Yeah, overlooks the lake there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like just north of there where you're talking about, right?
Correct. Yeah, I got over just south of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great too. So yeah. Anyway. I'm still alive though, and I'm black.
Oh my goodness!
It's a miracle.
It's a miracle. Racist Washington, right?
I know, it's a miracle. I survived it.
Wait,
so what do you think about that, Quincy? We were talking about that earlier, and I made because what was it? The puppet guy somehow brought it up, but we're like, you never see black women that are getting killed during these ICE interactions and stuff like that because they know better.
Right.
They're raised to comply and argue about it later. That way you stay alive, right?
Well, honestly, the black people most black people are disengaged with the ICE stuff.
Yeah, that too.
It's not their. It's for the most black people are saying it's not our fight.
Yeah. Plus, wouldn't it make more sense for them to kind of be against it? Not saying black jobs or anything like that, but there's certain wages and everything that would be affected by union workers and everybody in kind of the lower spectrum of jobs that are out there right now. You think they would be kind of against allowing many people in? Did I say that without being offensive? Hopefully I did.
I didn't quite understand what you're saying or hear it.
But since black people typically have jobs that aren't exactly upper class jobs or whatever, you think a majority of people, the black population, the minority population, would kind of be against jobs, people taking the jobs that nobody else wants, and bringing the wages down because of it.
Do I think they'd be against it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think what he's saying is, and I understand this because working in construction all my life, there's okay. So like you get into cities that have a large black population, you'll see a lot of black people in construction because it's a labor job, and a lot of the black population, they go for more skilled jobs, more hands-on jobs and stuff like that. So you get a lot of blacks doing roofing and concrete and stuff like that. And over the last 20 years, I've personally watched it get taken over by illegal aliens because they come in they undercut everybody.
Oh yeah.
Because, so in certain areas, I mean, obviously because of demographics, you don't have to worry about it that much in Oregon. Oregon's not Oregon doesn't have a huge black population in it. So the demographics are a little different here. So you don't see it as much. But if you start going back towards the Midwest and towards especially the Northeast, you start running into the fact where these illegal aliens are taking jobs from traditionally black trades. So you would think that they would be a little bit more invested in it. I think that's what you're trying to say, right, Bill?
Yeah, in a non-offensive way, yes.
In a non-offensive way. Yeah, I mean, I get that. But I think that's across the board that people don't want to be undercutted. And that's what obviously a lot of illegals will do, right? And that's why a lot of people go and even, I mean, they do it here. I know an area that they do right here in Portland. They go and look for illegals to go hire them to come work for them. You know, because
it's called Woodburn or Hillsborough.
Well, yeah. Well, I know I'm talking about right here in Portland.
Oh, in the city itself, yeah.
Yeah, in the city itself, yeah. People will drive by this certain area. You know, people who have their own business or their jobs and they want cheap labor for the day. You know, they'll go to this certain area and pick up. You know, I'm assuming, I'm guessing that they're illegals, but they go and pick up some Hispanic people that will work for cheaper.
Right, your Home Depots and things like that.
Well, no, it's like people have their own business, right? And so they don't have they can't afford the overhead to pay someone more money, so they go and get some people from the side of the road.
I've done it. I'm guilty. I've done it before. I don't knock it.
I don't knock it. I mean, hey, if somebody knows how to do it for a cheaper price, right?
Yeah. The BCP.
What?
The thing on your screen. Do you remember that event or whatever that Caleb is talking about? Hi, Mr. Bill. Nice show. I watched BC Preacher tell protesters in Minnesota, I'm guessing, that they cannot tell him to leave, and he explained the law to them.
No, I think he's talking about when we were surrounded.
What was that about? I probably saw that, but I don't remember.
When we were in the neighborhood and they all got mad and started blowing their whistles and honking their horns and get out of the neighborhood type of thing.
Oh, that white guy that was in the front yard, huh?
Yeah. There's about 20 or 30 of them around. Get out of here. You don't belong here. You're ICE. Confirm plates, you're ICE.
Haley was with you that time, wasn't she?
Yeah.
A bunch of, the whole group was there, yeah.
You
should play the black card. Why didn't you play the black card?
I did. I definitely did. It was a great opportunity to do it.
Like, why are you kicking the black guy out of here? I thought you Black Lives Matter. Come on, man. Or you could have played the 1930s Germany card too.
Right. So
I'm just like you.
I'm dressed like you.
Like, do you want me to wear something on my arm too to let you know that I'm different than you or something? Wild people out there.
We just hit 200 subs on YouTube. Let's go. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, make sure you follow Geyer out there, everybody. Give him a shout out there in the chat there. If you don't mind,
that was
moderators.
Chat, Bill.
Oh, was it my chat helping you out?
Only Mr. Bill.
What's up?
Hey, why'd you take off from live streaming like right at going into the nighttime?
Because that's what he does.
No, I had to get home and take care of things at home or something like that. It wasn't because I was afraid of anything at night, you know. Although on the way home, I did make some sounds like "ow," but we won't go.
I was just curious.
Yeah. I was trying to wait. I wasn't sure what time you were going to get there. I think I left around 5 or 5:30 or something like that.
It was right about 5:30. Street lights came on, and it was like
you were watching. You weren't even in my chat. You didn't.
I was watching. Yeah, and I told Joe, I was like, he's getting ready to take off. Watch.
I could have stayed longer, but I'm like, just like you. The reason you left there's like nobody here. There's a few people that were showing up on time, but by that time you would have thought.
But I got some good stuff. I still got some good stuff, and again, I got opportunity to talk to my chat and people, so that was good.
Yeah,
I didn't have to really look over my shoulders.
Yeah, you were definitely engaging in chat more than usual tonight, Q.
Yeah.
if I was in your chat, I would have told you to that area right next where you're standing is right where it said F ice on my curbs. I would have suggested you try to find some cleaning equipment to clean that part of the curb right there. But next time I'll send you the equipment.
So what's Geyer doing? Just he looks like Max Headroom right now. It's like glitching and
You like my background behind me?
He's got a
no, I wasn't looking at the background. It just looks like it's glitching. It's like
something tells me there's only 3 of us that understand that joke.
I can tell.
Nope, I do not understand that joke.
Max Headroom.
You were not supposed to admit that either.
Are you just chilling?
Oh man.
Oh, back in
I'm
the
down
day
with the
there.
OPP, so if that helps.
No, it's just glitching a lot. I don't know why.
Part of
I think I
usually
should
sometimes
take
when
off
you're
the
trying to fight your screen, if you have a green screen or whatever, and you're trying to use it or not use it, it's sometimes has trouble with the background. You can even change your own screen if you wanted to, or whatever with the app here and everything. It lets you, like you were using it earlier with that sort of piano in the background on your test.
That was hold on. Time out. That was my actual living room. That was
yeah, that's his actual living room. I don't know what you're talking
about. Fake news.
If that's your actual living room, you need to teach me how to get money on YouTube.
Well, I'm frugal. Okay, I'm frugal. There you go. Right.
I'm in your living room. Okay. UCP, see?
Wow.
How did I get in your living room?
Wow, that was
See, look how peaceful that is, man. Look how peaceful that is. That just sets the tone. You just, yeah.
It's nice and relaxing. Yeah, it's not a bad.
It is relaxing.
Backdrop makes it look professional and everything. Usually,
man,
you see the stuff around the hair and things like that. Sometimes.
Man, you must have bought Bill. You must have bought Bill a really sweet lunch if he followed you to your house, Q.
I took the jet, the Concorde.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Hey, chat. If you guys have any questions for anybody in the screen here, feel free to shout them out here or whatever. We'll let everybody know what's going on there if you want to. If you guys are not too tired to go to sleep. Some of us are old timers here, unlike Geyer. He's just a youngster.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but I'm having fun. This is cool.
What was that, Ingrid?
I said, I don't know about y'all, but I'm having fun. This is cool.
Yeah, it's cool to chill out and hang out and not have to worry about
BS
behind your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you here in Portland, Mr. Go?
Huh? I'm south of Portland.
You're here in Portland, aren't you?
No, south of Portland, and Angry is west of Portland.
Yeah, Bill's closer to Portland than I am.
Gotcha.
Maybe.
Oh, you are. You're quite a bit closer.
Are you in the town with the big museum out there?
You're not supposed to tell where each other lives. Come on, guys. Rookie moves, bro. Rookie moves.
There's a museum in every town. That's not giving anything away.
Angry, you should know better.
All I'm going to say is, Mr. Bill, go to the museum and add another 20 minutes to that.
All right,
you are farther away. Okay.
And he never said which direction. He just said add 20 minutes to it.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't
straight down. You have to dig.
A lot of museums in Oregon. It could have been any museum.
I know Bill well enough to know what museum he's talking about.
Yeah. I did too. That's why I said, let's just.
It's code. Come on, it's Patriot code for making sure you don't.
Yeah.
Give the other guys any information they don't need.
So it's okay if you want to dox me. I'm on a hill with a 500-yard line of sight, so I'm okay with being doxed.
Back in 2020, after I went to certain events or something like that, I would always see the cars going across the other side of the road and everything, where they see next to me a pew pew club right next door and everything, and they decided not to do anything to the house for some reason. I'm not sure if the pew pew club next door had anything to do with it or not, but it's probably had something to do with it.
Yeah, I'm out in the area where the entire area is a pew pew club.
Yeah, I can imagine out in that neck of the woods there. Oh, you guys are asking any questions? Look for the question marks in your questions there, guys. Come on.
I can't see no chats unless you're just seeing chats.
If are you using your phone probably or
Yep.
tablet or
Phone.
I can't remember on a phone if you can see the chat on the thing. Maybe if you put it in.
No, you can't see it on the phone. I've got a laptop going as well. That's the only reason I can see the chat.
Okay.
Okay. I'll bring up certain when I put somebody on the chat on the screen. Do you see that by chance?
Yeah, I do see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So if I see if I see an important chat, I'll put it on the screen for you.
Are you trying to say that every comment is not important?
Oh, I don't want them to say something bad to offend you or something like that and hurt your feelings and put that in the chat. I don't want to hurt your feelings. Like, well, Patriots get.
Hey, I'm just saying that your chat heard you say that not all of them are important. Just saying.
No, here's the thing. Bill usually puts every single chat on his page, even if it's only just blipped on there. Not like some streamers that only highlight the super chats.
Yeah. Well, I don't highlight the super chats. They highlight on their own. So that I can read them.
Okay. Just FYI, I don't know about this highlighting of super chats you talked
See?
about.
Right there.
I have no idea what you're
There you
talking
go.
about. I've never heard of such a thing, and I don't know why anybody would think that that's an important thing to do. But
I don't.
Oh boy! It's fun.
See, now you made him. Now he's doing them all. We can't even read them.
What's up, guys?
Is my chat coming through to yours, Bill?
Yes. Have somebody. I was always curious when two streamers are on the same screen or whatever. How do you tell which chatter is which?
I just said something about Geirt's dog.
Are you guys actually collaborating?
Yeah. Because the thing is, when two streamers are on the same thing, like the StreamYard through this, I should be able to see Geir's chat and Geir sees my chat, but I don't know the trick to distinguish between the two. So, Geir, if there's somebody in your chat, have them chat and tell me what the name is, if you don't mind.
Just on 5102.
Just on YouTube?
Yes, this is me on YouTube.
I'm not seeing that on my screen. Maybe there's a button I need to press or something here. Let me see here. Chat. Stirred. Just on. Where you hiding, just on? Thank you for the
What's up,
Gra? Everybody knows Gra out there. Good guy out there. All these super chats. Make sure you guys know that I'm not grifting to get these super chats. Send them to Angry. He needs to get a haircut. So send him to over there. He needs.
Actually, I do. I'm going to cut my hair tomorrow. When you guys see me at ISEC next, I will have a fresh shaven haircut.
Oh, nice. I had one the other day. One of my moderators says I have frosty tips or something like that. I don't know what that means. Anyway,
so you got the blonde on the tip of your hair, like those. Yeah,
I call it off-white. I don't know. Frosty's probably a different word.
I think you should get one of those visors that has the hairpiece on the top of it, like the hair comes with the visor. I think you'd look good in that one.
Maybe so. I'm still not seeing the person you're talking about in my chat there, but I'll try to figure out how to apply that later. Where do you get more of your views, Rumble or YouTube, Quincy?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably YouTube.
Yeah.
Rumble's a hard one.
I know nobody wants to seem to go there. There's some that'll go there, but for some reason the chats aren't quite as exciting. And you can't do polls or anything like that over in Rumble too. You can at least get a message to the top, but you can't do any other interactive things.
Yeah, Rumble's definitely a hard one.
Hopefully they
it's just that YouTube's easily accessible and everybody has it. You don't even have to have an account or anything. You could be a guest and you're not allowed to comment or like or anything, but you can watch videos on YouTube. Basically, any 2-year-old with a remote control or half-ass or connected phone can watch YouTube.
Yeah.
It takes a little bit of effort to get onto Rumble. And the format kind of sucks on Rumble. I don't like the search format on Rumble that much. It takes me a while to find your videos on Rumble.
Does it?
Yeah. A lot harder than it. I mean, not like an absorbent, but I mean a lot harder than it is on YouTube. YouTube's really laid out and simple.
Yeah.
Do they pay you to run ads on YouTube as well? Like read their own ads? Because on Rumble you can kind of do that the same thing for like 3 cents an ad. You know what? So on Rumble, if you're streaming from Rumble, you can do their own personal ads or ad reads for like 3 cents an ad, 7 cents an ad, 10 cents an ad, so forth. Does YouTube do that similar thing?
I haven't ran no ads. So I don't know.
What does he mean by supercharged? Is that a Rumble thing or something like that? Goats and a Dog says right now we can only super chat Mr. Bill. Yeah, because Quincy's not streaming; he's just in the chat there. The only person that's streaming is Geyer, and he can't accept super chats. He does have a Cash App on Geyer Digital. If you wanted to go out there and support him, Goats and a Dog, he'll put his link in the chat for you.
Thank you. My Twitter is my biggest platform here.
Yeah, you got a lot of people on your Twitter.
YouTube, we're working on it.
I still haven't figured out the whole Twitter thing. I just stick with YouTube.
Yeah. If I had I forgot to charge my other phone. Otherwise, I would have had, this one on the stabilizer and then the other one available to go on Twitter. But I didn't do it on that one there.
201 subs. Let's go.
Kick. Yeah, and I used to try to do Kick or something like that. Or back in the day, there was a guy that we used to hang out with in 2020 named Jake or whatever that was big on Kick, but I haven't seen Jake in quite a while. Not Jake from State Farm.
He was on recently.
Oh, was he? Oh, he did do a stream from Homer too. I did see that. I keep telling Primetime Patriot to get on there and do something out of Seattle, but once in a while.
Okay, who the hell? Quincy, do I know who Primetime Patriot is?
I don't think so.
Because I'm not putting it together.
I don't think so.
It was Josh. Let me see if I can find his live stream here. Maybe it'll ring a bell for you here.
Maybe.
When did he start streaming? Like, is he one of the 2020 era people?
Yeah.
No, he was 2020.
Yeah, because there's a bunch of people that came out during the Summer of Love era that I don't know because I kind of switched focus to my motorcycle stuff for a little while there. Kind of fell out of the loop.
So yeah, that was around the time. Yeah, he has a twin brother. Yeah.
What was? Oh, he has a YouTube. I gotta find it here. Why didn't it show up on that thing?
Yeah, Primetime Patriot. Josh, I forget his brother's name.
Oh yeah, the guitar guy. Yeah, I can't remember.
Huh?
His brother is big on using guitars, things like that. I remember he had, whenever he streamed from home or whatever, and his brother would come over, he would always bring a guitar over or something like that.
Okay.
Primetime, where are you?
Yeah, it's, Olympia, Tacoma, Seattle based. Yeah.
Gra, did you not know that I was a writer? I've could have swore I've told you this before, brother. But here, I'll put a link to my other channel in case you want to check out my moto channel.
Yeah, he likes that stuff.
I got to remember. Oh.
Where is Primetime's channel? I guess I know it's in there somewhere.
Oh, I gotta hit the right button.
Gig Geyer places. I just put that into the chat.
should, if I can spell today. What other tech help do you need, Quincy? Or
What? What's up?
you need any other help? Tech help with your StreamYard or your Prism? Not that you.
Yeah, but I'm not at home right now, so I can't really
no computers
handle
there.
that. Yeah. I'm looking forward to doing the shows though. I am looking forward to that. And Guy tremendously yesterday.
Helped you out with all that stuff. Good deal.
Yeah, got you, bro. I'm looking forward to those long form type deals you're doing. Maybe even that Bible study you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
that's
that'll
something
be
that I can definitely get on board with for sure.
Yeah, that'll definitely be like a members only. I mean, it'd be cool to do it public, but not everybody that watches, my stuff is into that. So I'd rather have that whoever it wants to and be engaged and all that off to the side.
Yeah, or send them to Rumble or something like that. I don't know.
What's up?
Or send them to Rumble or something like that. And I would imagine most of your Christians typically go to your Rumble channel, but
I mean, I don't know, like what Angry was talking about. I think the Rumble is just there. Like I use Rumble as like a backup in case all else fails, even though I still go in live on it and still treat it as a major platform. It's really there in case of censorship.
Yeah. Not that YouTube would ever do anything like that.
No, I mean, who knows what YouTube and Facebook and all these nice companies want to do. Here's the deal: you get 100,000 subscribers, you're locked in with YouTube for the most part.
I cannot find.
They value you at that point.
Yeah, and then you get enough attention or whatever, then they focus on giving you the algorithm and things like that. Once in a while, it's weird. I'll have like 20 or 30 people one day, and then the next day, depending on what algorithm they put up or hashtags I have on my channel, then I'll have 80 people show up that the next day, or for pretty much doing the same.
I don't think the
hashtags
work.
In the description, I know they do, because somebody the other day I put Oregon in there, and the only reason they had anything to do with my channel is because I put Oregon in the description. At least that's what the chatter said.
All right.
Maybe so. Maybe not. It doesn't.
I mean, maybe it does work. I've heard that it don't. I've read things and people they say I don't know. Everybody has their opinions on what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah. Oh, and there's another thing you can do too. You can put an @ I think if we were doing this and Quincy was doing his live, if I, for instance, with Geyer, if you put @ in the title with the person that you're on stream with, or if you're reacting to somebody and they follow you, it shows up in blue, right? Here, so I'm going to put @
on what, on X it does, or in Facebook,
on YouTube also, from what I understand. So
I haven't seen that one.
Is it Geyer Digital, one word, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to just make that the title on YouTube, just adding that to the end of the thing. Let's see what it looks like if it shows up on my YouTube like that. Refresh. Does it show up? It didn't show. I was hoping it would. No, it didn't show. I put the @Geyer Digital, and it doesn't give me a link ability. The hashtag still give me that link ability, but not the @Geyer Digital, unless there's a different way to say it than GUYER Digital, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, well. That's the one. GUYER, just like it sounds.
Yeah, as long as you're following me, I thought you could do that, but maybe it's something else. 53 people still awake watching me right now. Are you kidding me?
I mean, you've been on for 4 hours sitting at your lovely home.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, I thought it's your home. You said it. This is your home. Your piano. Which plays the piano over there? Probably all of them. What
have you guys been talking about? Just doing this, or like what's been the topic?
No.
Or subject?
What I was doing before we kind of got together was the news, and then I was restreaming you and IRT for a little bit down there. Just kind of going over Twitter news before that, and then I wanted to figure out how to Angry Oregonian and see if how loud he snores, and then he came on this. Just kidding. And then Geyer popped into the chat, so I figured, keep things going because I wanted to restream you and IRT looking at the ice building all night, but you guys quit early for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe 2 hours is enough for you. I don't know.
There was nothing going on tonight. Everybody was behaving.
You should have done a polar plunger. You guys were talking about a polar plunger or something like that.
Oh yeah, definitely polar plunge. Not no Willamette though. No,
it's perfectly clean. It's perfectly clean.
Third eye and more legs.
That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. Thank you.
Come on.
Caught a 15-foot sturgeon out of that river though.
Mm-mm.
That thing was disgusting.
That's pretty big. I had an 8-footer once. 15 foot's pretty big.
Old Ironside. He's got like old plugs stuck in his gills and all that. His gill plates are like this freaking thick.
All right, we got a question for Quincy.
Oh boy.
Where is it? Sorry, I haven't paid
Bell
attention.
Miner says, question for Quincy. You said you were kicked out of the Patriots circle. The Patriots claim you isolated yourself and you're still welcome with them. What's your response to this?
That I claimed I was kicked out of the circle?
I put it on the screen.
Yeah, I was going to say, Bill, put it on the screen so I don't have to repeat it. Because I've been trying to avoid the subject.
I don't really know if I said, maybe I did. I don't know. Did I say I was kicked out of the circle? Did I say that? I'm trying to think.
Sure.
There are some that disapprove of some of my opinions, which is fine. And so with that said, there are some that haven't wanted me to be in chats, and some that have blocked me. Is that kicked out? I wouldn't say it's necessarily kicked out. But you only block people for a reason.
Interesting perspective. Hey, Laura, how you doing there? Why do you always let's pop in with drama? You popped into my stream today or whatever, and I haven't streamed from ice in quite a while. And then Laura,
go back.
On that
did
one.
You?
Go ahead, sorry.
Excuse me. Did you put the question up there? Where's the question?
Right there.
You said you were kicked out of the Patriots circle. The Patriots claim I isolated myself, and you're still welcome with them. What's your response? So regarding the isolation part, I isolate myself because of my reporting style and because of what I'm doing. What my reporting and my live streaming, I'm not an activist in that regards. So I report on things that's going on. So if you report on things that are going on, yeah, I'm going to have my own biases. But at the same time, if I'm being an activist, then I'm isolated to a particular group. And then I can't do a complete job of reporting because guess what? You're with them. And because you're with them and you're affiliated with them, or you're affiliated with that group or this group or whatever, then you can't do a complete full job as a reporter. So that's some of what I do as far as the isolation aspect of it. And I'm not going to be labeled as like I'm with this group or these people, because that I was talking to somebody else today about this topic within itself, and they agreed with it because the one and they're also in disagreement with some things that they've seen. And then it ends up being that you're affiliated. It's kind of like gang stuff, right? I mean, go back to the 80s. If you had Bloods and Crips and you hung around Crips, or if you hung around Bloods, even though if you weren't a Blood or Crip and you hung around a certain group, then you were affiliated and you're going to get in trouble because you was affiliated. So my position as far as what I do, I try to stay as neutral as I can so I can report, and I'm balanced in that. And the problem is there's narratives on both sides. And here's an example about book and release. And I said this today while I was driving. we on the right, conservatives, patriots, MAGA, whatever you want to say, we always say, well, the left gets booked and they get released. Okay, fair enough. That's what we see. But everybody who goes to jail, for the most part, usually gets booked and released. No one stays in jail. Everybody gets booked, then they get released, and they have arraignment or trial or whatever. No one just stays usually in jail for the most part. So everybody does get booked and released. Maybe it's, especially on the weekend, it might be a Friday and you're not getting out till Monday because of stuff. So everybody usually does get booked and released. Usually the stuff down at ICE, it's usually ICE agents arresting people. Yes, they get booked and released and they come right back out. And you're talking about little protest type of things where people are booked and released because they disobeyed an order of a police officer. They get booked, they get released. Even people who do DUIs and stuff, I'm sure they get booked and released. I don't know. I've never had a DUI, but for the most part, you probably get booked and released eventually. So those are narratives that people say. On our side says, oh, they never get arrested. It's constantly booked and released. But to be fair and honest, people get booked and released on both sides. I would say. I could be wrong, but I would maybe Angry, you can add to that, or what if there's a difference of opinion or thought on that?
You talked about 3 different things there, so give me a little bit more specific. Direct to me.
Well, meaning I was talking about narratives. So I was saying our side has a narrative of saying they, meaning the left, they get booked and released. They never get arrested. They get booked and released.
Well, they get booked and released because they're minor charges, because they're not getting charged with assault or battery or anything like that. They're getting stupid minor charges like crosswalking or jaywalking or simple harassment or stupid things like that. That they're not going to get held on. No, it doesn't matter who you are or where you get caught at. You know, most of these things that they're charging people with at the protest that they're actually getting charged with, anywhere else in the city, you wouldn't even get taken to jail for. You get cited and released on the spot. So personally, I think if we get them in cuffs in the back of a cop car, you should count your blessings. You should count that as a W. And they're going to get booked and released because that's Portland court system. It's just how it goes. And like I said, these are minor violations, minor infractions that they're getting hit with. They're not smacking them with anything. And we all know that it's a lopsided, left-leaning political system in the court system. And you know, when you've got when you've got beta boys like Wilson and Wheeler and that running the city and running the police department, you got to take what you can get.
Right. No, I agree with that. They are minor charges. They are 100%.
What's your next question, Bill? Minor, go ahead. Once he's all ears, or 2 ears anyway. Prior comment. Okay, sorry. Bill Minor. This nothing. That gun freaking scrolling on me too fast. This one here. Those are the pad. I'm not sure if that's something Quincy wants to respond to.
I'm not understanding the kicked out thing. I'm not getting that.
See if that makes sense to you there. Is that what you meant? Bill Minor, is that the one you were going for?
Did it get cut off?
And then after he said that, then his next thing was this.
Yeah, I'm not understanding the kicked out thing. I don't know if I said I was kicked out. And if I said I was kicked out, I was probably laughing about what's going on. What's Brandon doing?
Oh, I'm just pointing my stream.
Oh.
Trying to do his
join the comments. Stuff. Let us know you're here.
I mean, there is kind of, no, I don't know. of the whole. I probably made fun of being kicked out. I think I've said that, like, oh, I'm kicked out. Like,
no, I think you did make a tweet or something about that. Like,
yeah,
oh no,
yeah. Oh, like I'm kind of like mocking it because, like I said, there's a few of like if you want to say newer patriots or whatever that are not in agreement to, if you want to say like me having or thinking or believing that we should have a standard when we're out. And I've voiced that type of stuff, and some people don't like it.
I think I know what post that the commenter is talking about, and I can tell you from the outside looking in, that post was made in a sarcastic manner. Sometimes you kind of got to know Quincy a little bit better to understand. He's not very good at sarcasm, so sometimes it doesn't always come across that way.
It can come off serious, can it?
Yeah, with you it does.
I know. Yeah, that's true. Because you never know. So you like Angry Oregonian says, you kind of have to know me because my sarcasm can sound like I'm being very serious.
Right. Laura, just to make so you don't feel like I'm mad at you or whatever, that I kind of pick on you, saying you only show up on my streams. I just made you a moderator, so you make sure you feel better there. Okay, I'm sorry if I made you hurt your feelings or something like that. I usually kind of pick on people that I have respect for in the chat. So, not saying I don't pick on all the chat, but certain people I feel like I can sort of give a hard time to.
All right, guys, I'll have to excuse myself for a second because I was taking the phone with me, but I got to keep it plugged in now. So I'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
All right. And Geyer, what are your thoughts on some of the stuff that BCP was saying about kicked out of groups or anything like that, or anything like that you might want to?
Look, I ain't kicked out of no group. Listen. Let's clear the air right now. We're going to clear the smoke up. Okay.
I frog in my throat when I said that.
Hey, listen, only a Mr. Bill. You're a patriot. I'm not kicked away from you. We got old school patriots. Look, right up here in the corner. Look, he's one of the OGs. We still rolling together. Hey, there ain't no kicking out.
I should rephrase my terminology there. That you were.
It was a sarcastic. So for Bill or Bell Minor. So it was a sarcastic post. I'm joking about these people kicking me out sarcastically. No one's kicked me out.
Go ahead and read that. I think he kind of agrees with you there. But there's that statement there from him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree with Quincy. You can't really be kicked out of something you weren't even a part of in the first place.
Yeah. And what I don't like is some of the sort of, you're affiliated with that person, so I don't want to have anything to do with you because I don't like that other person and things like that. I'm like, seriously? Is this?
Yeah, that stuff is stupid. That's beta stuff. That's beta.
Yeah. That's 2020
high school drama.
Back in the day, remember some?
Yeah, and to be honest with you, this is stuff that at least 2 or 3 of us in here have been through, as far as cliques and groups and the split up, the division. It's almost like full circle what I'm starting to see, and it's not good. And here's the thing about it is that people on the left, they're watching it and they see it.
Yeah. I don't mean to bring it up. I'm sure there's a few lefties that are probably hiding the chat, but they have their issues too. Like I was saying earlier with Tamtifa's chat with that one person that was in there, was accusing them of stuff and things like that. And even that other Microsoft guy in there, he got a lot of a hard time too. So he had a lot of incentive in fighting on both sides. But they're going to make stuff up about us anyway, no matter what. So if infighting helps us resolve things in the long run, is it okay if we ignore what the other side says about it? I don't know if that makes sense. It made sense to me. Bill Miner said something else. Are you reading the chat also, Quincy? Or
I am.
You don't have to respond if you don't
we
want to.
Keep talking about the left eats themselves from the inside out.
And so do we.
I agree. I think it's just something that happens when you have hundreds of people coming together. Not everybody's going to be like-minded. Everybody's going to have their differences of opinion, no matter what side you're on. I mean, I've seen it. Here's an example. You guys was just talking about it. I think Bill and Angry Oregonian was just talking about how Pam and Tommy were in there tonight, and people on quote unquote Pam's side were getting mad at her. So that's a perfect example, is that you're going to have differences of opinions, even with people who are like-minded with you. There's going to be, and it don't matter what side you're on.
Yeah,
there are people that have told me specifically, who have messaged me and have disagreed with Pam on some things, and has said, that's wrong. I gave you guys another example earlier about somebody who, commented tonight on my video, said, we don't have the same views, but I like you and your conduct. So you're going to have people on both sides and within both camps, right? That there's going to be differences of opinions from different individuals.
Yeah. A lot of times, I would imagine some of the people that the left did attack her, it's because you're not supposed to talk to fascists or something like that. I'm guessing that's the reason why she would be getting a little bit of pushback from that side. Like, why are you talking to Tommy and giving him any space to talk?
Right. I mean, that could be one thing, and some people might say, well, you're being too, at least be more open to dialogue, or don't be so quick to cut somebody off, right? So
from the other side of things, exactly, right. At that point there too. Bill Miner's got something else to say here, maybe. "46 years sober, congrats, Bill Miner."
I will tell you this though, and this, I've been thinking a lot on this afternoon, and if any of you ever look at my other channel, you'll know that I actually started a motorcycle club, an MC, and I had a very large group, and there's a difference. If any of you guys ride, you'll know what I'm talking about. And it was just a public group, and we had a lot of group rides and stuff like that. And we decided to take the next step and start a club. And we got what was called the round table. And there were 8 or 9 of us, of the most hardcore people, and we decided to start a club. So at least once a month, sometimes twice a month, we would meet in my garage around a table and sit and discuss things and what we were going to do and where the club was going to go. And I will tell you this, that less than a dozen people sitting at this table, and we never agreed on anything. We spent 25 minutes getting things accomplished and 2 hours arguing with each other every freaking time we sat down at the table. You cannot get a bunch of people. We're all human. We all have different ways of looking at things. We all have different approaches. We all think, our way is the right way. Otherwise, I mean, none of us think we're wrong. We'll admit we're wrong afterwards. But I mean, when you say, if you're not going to intentionally say something that you think is incorrect. So if it comes out of your mouth, then you can just assume that you thought that was correct. And like I said, if 10 people can't get together and agree on something over a 2-hour conversation, how do you get hundreds of people together that, and the only thing that we have in common is that we hate Antifa? We're all different walks of life. We're all different kinds of people. We all have different perspectives, different ways of interpreting religion, different ways of looking at business, finances, different views on marriage and the family. All of us are completely different. The only thing that we truly have in common is F Antifa. And that's not enough. That's definitely not enough to form an entirely cohesive unit. So that's where all this comes from.
100%.
Angry, this is the guy that we were talking about earlier.
Be more specific.
Primetime Patriot, Seattle guy that was out there fighting against the crazy guy.
Why is that little funky chick behind him?
I don't know. Anyway, that's just his channel.
Yeah, I don't know him. He was,
Yeah,
like I said, I had a little bug period where I was focusing on my motorcycle stuff. He was probably around during then. So I'll have to check him out more and find out. But I still want to know why that, whatever her name is, that he, she news chick that.
I didn't mean to interrupt the chat, but yeah, I just wanted to make sure he saw that. Where are we at here? So here's another question, maybe. So why do they act stupid over enforcing the same immigration laws that Clinton and Obama enforced? That we keep asking them that. They keep saying that, well, they were doing it the right way, you know, versus the way that Trump's doing it. Like, whatever.
I think regarding that question, you know, it's like, I think it's a time thing. We didn't have the internet like we have now back then. Even during Obama, I mean, the internet was still up and coming, rising. You didn't have the explosion of X. You didn't have all the YouTube and independent journalists and things like that during Obama. I think even during Obama, it was still MySpace, and it was just the beginning of Facebook era.
Probably.
But Obama was 2008. Facebook was right around then, transitioning out of MySpace. You know, so we didn't have the technology and internet boom and platform boom back then when Clinton and Obama was in. So the timing of things make it more polarizing, make it more in your face because of, you know, we have X and our phones are computers and you can see everything across the world just by clicking in, where that wasn't the case back then. So that has something to do with it, I think.
Good question, Laura. I've known Quincy since 2019-20 when we were going to different events out there, rallies, Women for Trump or something like that. A lot of events like that in Salem and different places. And I think Angry probably came to some of those same events back in the day. Geyer's a youngster, just got into the movement now, although he might have been out there in 2020. I don't know. Trying to remember. I was watching a video of you and Villain the other day when you guys first met each other and everything. That was a cool little video.
Me and Villain?
Yeah. When you were interviewing each other, you probably met each other a few times before that, but you had a conversation. I think it was at Waterfront Park or something like that at some protest event. That was kind of.
I was skeptical of Villain.
Yeah.
I think everybody was.
I followed him around very intently until I realized, until he switched from his black mask to the flag one.
Yes. We were on him, bro. I mean, you talk about black blog. That dude was
very black blog. Yeah.
I know. It's kind of funny because at the same time, wasn't Boop Troop kind of hanging out with us for a little while, and we had more. We're nicer to Boop Troop than we were to Villain for a little while.
I not mean that's no.
You didn't give him any kind of slack at that time there.
Who was Boop Troop? Boop Troop, wasn't it two of them?
He might have had a buddy with him. Adam Costello was a Eugene friend of his also, but Boop Troop was.
But it was Mercado, wasn't it? Wasn't Mercado part of Boop Troop?
No. You're thinking of Concrete Reporting or something like that, I think, when those guys were there. But Boop Troop is just a tall guy. Boop Troop of Eugene, he still has a channel. I don't know if he's went live in more than 3 months, but he was hanging out with the Patriots for a while before he decided to hang out with Antifa for, I don't know when he kind of made the move or whatever, but.
Well, Mercado did that too. He was like, from my understanding, I haven't never spoke to him, but from my understanding, from what I hear, is that he was a Trump person.
Oh, really?
And switched up.
I never saw him at rallies or anything like that. I got into him a little bit later on, but.
So me and Angry, was it 2017?
Yeah, I met oh my God, Pena and I can't remember which other one. I met them at the 16 riot, and then I met you shortly after. Had to have been early 17. Right.
Which 16 riot? Which one? Downtown?
The post-election night riot. Yeah.
The post-election night riot. So on November.
Yeah.
3rd.
Yeah, when McGilvery and his crew did all that damage.
When they got okay, so you met them, Pena, when they got hit with the baseball bat. It was just Pena and Allen, right?
Yeah.
They were down Front Avenue. Correct?
No, that was I met them either after or before that because we were right across from Pioneer Square.
I was there that night. They were just preaching. I was there.
And then Tifa came and yanked their cord out, and me and Rob were right behind them.
Right.
Homeless Rob.
And Donovan was too. Donovan was too.
Yeah, Donovan was close to there. I found out later. Yeah. That's a funny thing. To answer Laura's question, it's kind of funny because there's 4 of us sitting on here. If it wasn't for the movement, I wouldn't know any one of these guys. So the movement, I've met a lot of really close friends because of the movement. I've also met a lot of people that I've forgotten about through the movement. But because that's just the way it works. There's, I was talking about this on one of my live streams. It really, the movement really kicked off hugely at the March for Trump. And that was obviously on March 4th in 2017.
In Lake Oswego.
In Lake Oswego, correct. Quincy was there, weren't you?
Yep.
You were there. Okay, so the thing is shortly after that, Joey Gibson started Patriot Prayer.
He started. He started before.
Not before the March Trump. No. The Esther Short Park rally, the first one, was in April.
Oh, I thought it was in February.
No, because I met Joey in Salem, and he asked me, "What do you think about me starting some shit?" I talked to Joey before he even started Patriot Prayer, because him and I met by chance at a 2A rally in Salem in middle of 2016, maybe it was. But then I was only going to some some Threeper stuff. I wasn't really involved. I was going to some flag waves, some Threeper stuff like that, some 2A rallies in Salem. Hadn't ventured into Portland a whole lot. And then I met Joey, and Joey and I swapped numbers and swapped Facebooks. And as he's creating a following on Facebook, then some stuff happened at the Liquidator place on Division. There was a viral video about some chick that went ape shit because this liquidation store was selling a Confederate flag, and it was up on the wall. And I don't know if you guys remember that. That's like early 2017, I'm guessing. And it went viral. She went, and then they followed her out to her car trying to get her out of the store and whatever. And anyways, it went viral, and Antifa got a hold of it and organized an action. And I just happened to be doing a job a few blocks away from this liquidation store just by chance. And I'm watching on my breaks, I have access to the Antifa Facebook pages, and I'm seeing them organize this direct action. So I got a hold of Joey, and I'm like, "Hey, you've got this following now. Why don't you come down here and meet me at this liquidation place? And we're going to stand guard in front of this building because Antifa is literally threatening to burn the building down on social media." And next thing I know, a few hours later, there's like 30 of us that all met at this liquidation place on Division. That was the very first action of Patriot Prayer in Oregon. And then I think came the Esther Short, and then came the 82nd Parade in Montevilla.
But that wasn't 2017.
It was after the election.
It was 2016.
Was it? He wasn't elected yet?
2006. Wait, hold on.
It had to be the early 2017.
You're right. 2017.
Yeah.
You're right. Sorry. You're
Yeah,
right.
because it was after we got elected, because it was after the riots. And it turns out Joey, Donovan, Zerfing, I'm not sure if you were or not, me, Rob Cantrell, all these guys that ended up in the Patriot movement were also happened to be down at the riots that night.
In 2016 on November 4th.
Yes. And then the same thing happened at March for Trump. And then when Joey started creating the following online, everybody finally realized and met each other at Esther Short Park.
Yes. And it was amazing. Yeah, and it was amazing because when we were down there preaching that night, Pena and Alan, that you guys were surrounding us because you guys were. And then, but you guys did not even know each other.
Nobody knew each other.
We didn't know each other. Yeah,
you look at the old videos now and you're like, holy crap, look who's in the background.
Right.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah. It was definitely how God orchestrated that and brought that all together. Because when we were down there that night, obviously it was like 10,000 people because they marched the freeway. They were destroying everything. They marched along Broadway. I think $1 million in damage in the city. And we were down there and the cops
but Greg paid back $2,500 of it.
You said what?
Greg and Cameron paid back $2,500 of it.
Greg, that's right. I forgot about Greg. Man, those days. Wow.
How long have you known Haley? Ground Zero. She said since she's a little youngster or something like that the other day.
Right. About the same time for me. That's about the same time I met her too.
Yeah.
I figured she kind of was hanging around with that group for quite a while. I remember going around the Pioneer Place in 2019, 2020 with Joey and BCP. I think it was there. You were holding the thing for a while, I think, if I recall, around Pioneer Town Center, not Pioneer.
Yeah.
The area anyway, about 7 times or whatever. And Tiny would join us and everything and do his thing. I remember one time he even gave the coat off his back to a homeless guy that was walking by and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Always got heckled, but it was kind of a good time back in the day when they did that sort of march every couple of weeks or whatever.
I'll tell you this, and kind of, and I don't know if people are going to wince a little bit this or not, but I make a lot of connections between Tiny and Tommy.
There is.
Yeah.
They both have hearts of gold. See, that's the thing that most people don't understand is everybody sees Tiny the warrior doing what's the hacha, what's the dance, the Islander dance,
haka.
The haka. You know, everybody sees Tiny as this big Islander rough gonna beat up Antifa. People don't know that Tiny was the softest hearted, most kindest person. I mean, he still is, obviously, but it's not like he's dead. But I'm talking about in the activism days and the rally days, in the middle of all that, Tiny would stop to do something nice for somebody. I mean, the biggest heart of gold. I love that kid, man. I miss him so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I see that in Tommy too. If you get past all the hype and the holler and the BS, Tommy's got a good heart.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Do you guys miss your activism days? Is what Laura is curious about.
I still do it. It's just a different method. I still do it. It's just different methods.
He doesn't go out in the middle of Portland and say everybody's going to hell or anything like that anymore.
I'll still say it in time is right.
Exactly.
It's time. So you also mature. To be honest, and I've had correction from other men in my life who, pastors and people like that.
Yeah.
People who are doing the same thing that I've done. So I've had to retune, refine, had to eat some humble pie as well with, if you want to say some of the methods, approach, style. So that's why you may not see me doing some of the things that I did back in 2016, 15, 14. 17, whatever. Just had to retune, you know. So, but yeah, you're on your way to hell. You're on your way to hell is still there. It's still in the vocabulary when the time is needed. That's part of the truth, right? Hey, there's a heaven and there's a hell. Sometimes there's reprobates who have been turned over to a sneered conscience. No redeeming them according to the scriptures. My link is my name. All right. Hit my name.
Somebody was asking about for his link.
Somebody was asking me for my link, and it's really easy. If you just tap someone's name, it'll take you to their YouTube channel.
Or just click on that link right there. Take you right there too. There we go.
So Quincy, I got to send you a link. I saved a video the other night. I found a video of you from like 2015 or something in your street preacher days and arguing with a cop.
Really?
Yeah. You look so freaking young, bro. It's hilarious. But Demi filmed it.
Oh, Demi. Yeah. Hey, what happened to
I
him?
found an old video of Demi's that's got you from even way before I met you.
Probably when I was at the club district downtown. That's where Demi
I'm
was
not
at.
sure. It's a short video. I'm not sure the whole context.
You gotta send it to me.
Yeah, I'll send it to you later.
Wow.
From 11 years ago, bro.
Yeah. If I could turn back time.
I'm gonna remember this one.
Oh man. Oh. Wow.
Look at the beard, the lack of beard there. Check that out.
I know exactly where that was at.
Where was that one at?
Well, wait, hold on. I can't tell because it's moving around. It was with Villain.
Yeah,
holy crap, Junkie! Look at you.
I know, bro. See, us folks, us men, we get more handsome the older we get. So yeah, that was with Villain. We just got through. I think that's when that restaurant kicked me out because I was affiliated with Patriot Prayer.
I remember that's the first time I started watching you guys. Yes, that's when I sort of started following you when you guys were at the restaurant. When was 5 years ago? I think is when this doesn't say it here. Does it?
No, as long as it might be 5 years.
It says 5 years. That could mean anything there, but let's give a date on it. Only 2,000 views on that one. Come on now, wait.
Is this your video?
No, that's Villains.
Oh wow.
Yeah, back in the day, right there.
Yeah.
I wasn't around there. You guys want to hear some of it?
You can change.
Well,
what's that?
It's kind of like an army was
do
trying.
you want to hear some of it, or just look at it?
There's Villain.
Yeah, that voice. But once we all knew him, though, the cool thing is, whenever he was out there or wherever, we were always kind of certain Proud Boys or certain Patriot type people like, "What are you doing here? You look like you're a black bloc. Are you Antifa?" We're like, "No, that's Villain. He's okay. Be nice."
Yeah.
They usually respect our opinion on it. But yeah, he was the man there, the myth, the legend.
Villain.
When did he pass away? What time of year?
Christmas
time. Okay, yeah.
Christmas, the year of
after J6, probably.
Yeah, it was that year at Christmas time.
1, yeah. I still, if I was a conspiracy theorist, I still think they think maybe he knew some information and made it look like an accident, but it's just a conspiracy theory. Yeah. You know that one video leaked later on or whatever out of his thing somehow or another.
Which video?
His latest video that showed up. Let me go back here. Is it a live or was it a video? He had a lot of content there. 4 years ago. No, it must have been a video. 3 years ago. Yeah, this one here. Live stream at Unrest. It wasn't a crazy video, but this one came out after he passed away, you know. 3 years ago there. It came out 3 times, in fact. And once, I don't know if he planned it to come out or somebody had any control over it, but it was weird when it, like, villain, you passed away. Who's accessing your account to post that video? That was bizarre. But yeah.
I don't even know what video it was.
And I'll play it here.
Oh, I remember that night. Oh yeah.
Where was this? Was it Vancouver or
no? It was Waterfront.
Okay. A little unrest going on there. I'll skip ahead a little bit. Were you there?
What's that?
Yeah.
Well, there's Boob Troop right there, walking right in front of the camera there. That was Boob Troop.
Yeah, yeah.
Dang, this is nuts.
Looking at old videos, guy, or like this, yeah. This is what when we say that this is the real Antifa and everything. This is kind of what they mean, you know. Where some of these are maybe normies, but a lot of them are black. It looks like here.
Yeah.
So I was down here. Was this 17, 20?
This is like 20.
20. I was down here in 20. I wasn't like filming or nothing. I was just observing. I lived here, and yeah, I was on Burnside when they threw the Molotov. I don't remember this though. I remember them gathering like in big like gatherings in Black Bloc like this though.
Fake news, K2. Fake news about those frosty tips. Fake news.
And then actually it's funny because when I was back in DC on J6, there was somebody that me or Villain haven't seen since like when we went to Louisville.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There's that one in here too. I saw that one. You guys had a
what was in Louisville, Preacher?
Oh man, it was and who was it? It was Viking. What was his name?
Oh yeah, this Angry Viking or something.
Angry Viking. Yeah, Angry Viking did a march in Louisville, and because Louisville was open carry, and so I think at that time, Black Lives Matter and Antifa were carrying, and so Angry Viking did a march with a bunch of patriots. So you basically had two groups collided at the city hall with everybody having their guns.
Oh, here we go.
Yep, there it is. We were there. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Remember that time in Virginia where they said you can't bring your pew-pews to the Capitol or whatever, but there's still like 10,000 people in the town or whatever that still went there and said, we can be here and be civil without causing trouble with our pew-pews.
Yeah.
Was this when the Black Panthers met?
No, it wasn't Black Panther. It was just protesters, BLM, Antifa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah. Yep. All this.
Did Common Sense Conservative you go to you with some of these, or?
No, he didn't go.
You got a mustache going on there.
Is that me?
That's you. It's not Villain. Oh my God. You never see Villain's face.
Oh man.
Mr. Bill, I just sent you a video link on Twitter.
Okay.
Oh boy.
What was this?
Jay.
Is this US friendly here?
Oh man.
When was this?
Huh?
This one's still that one. Here's the next one here. Angry's gonna tell you when this was here.
Oh yeah, that was at the club. That's Dixie. Yeah, that was downtown.
Downtown Portland.
Yeah, clubs. Confronting street, the street.
Where'd that come from? When did that happen?
Yeah.
tell me. You said it. I don't use that kind of talk. Well, like I said, but we don't
Was it hell?
Okay. A problem. Okay, we're not going to. That's why we're leaving, because you're looking for a problem.
I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are, sir. No, yes, you are.
Is that the same cop at a younger age that's the cop that's down there at Portland now? The liaison cop? Sort of looks like him. I don't.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't know. No, the liaison looks shorter than that.
Okay.
I don't know, but look at Quincy looking all gangster and shit.
How fast is he going to draw that pew?
Person, you're a liar.
Okay.
Hey, man.
Was it talking about the hell thing?
So what you're a liar.
They're all just scared chicken shit. They just go home now.
Talking about people threatening people with death.
You're a liar.
That's what I said.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
Going to hell. Okay, that's, I mean, right. That's not what he said. That's not a threat. That's a promise. That's what the oldest book in the world says, man. Do you agree with that?
Do you still communicate with any of these guys, BCP?
You said what?
Do you still talk to any of these guys, other guys here that were?
Yeah.
Wow. Hell?
No, it's more important.
What are you talking about, hell?
I'm just looking for a peaceful night.
No, you're looking for a twist in my words.
Ooh, what's his name?
You recognize him?
I do. What's his name again? I know
Robert.
Dustin didn't like him back in the day.
Angry,
Robert.
you know who it is.
I'm trying to get it.
I'm waiting to see it. I didn't see it on my phone. I'm waiting for it to pop up on the laptop.
That's about as good as a look I can give you.
Oh, that's Pedo Bob. That's Robert West.
Yeah, I remember him back in the day. He's been around a while. He's way back in those days.
Yeah.
He was using a camcorder or camera. I can't remember when he was.
It was camcorder.
I thought that little. Yeah.
You're taking the majority side. That's what you're doing. There's the same guy that hit the lady.
Go home, little chicken shits. Go home.
I don't want anyone fighting.
I want to fight. I want to see all these guys get laid out on the ground.
Man, what year was this? 2014?
Let's see what it says here. 10 years ago is what it says in that. No description.
It might have been 10 years ago.
Oh, wait, May 13th, 2015.
Yeah.
Wow.
Before Trump.
Oh yeah. Trump was just about to say that when was the escalator sign? Right around that time, wasn't it?
That's crazy. Oh, Demi. What happened to Demi, Jay?
He popped back up at the beginning of the ICE protest. He uncovered the Chandler apartment before anybody else did, before anybody knew it was Chandler.
No way.
But he came out for like one really short video and then one at Chandler's place, and hasn't posted another thing since.
Wow.
But yeah, he just popped up out of nowhere with that discovery, like before it got really hectic down there when it just started. And he was like, this is their headquarters. This is where we found them going to and getting stuff before any of us knew about Chandler.
Wow. Okay.
Where's Chandler been? Is he in Arizona lockup?
He was out this weekend.
Oh,
I've got it on my videos from Friday and Saturday.
Oh, Chandler Pappas?
Yeah.
Oh, no, different Chandler. I'm talking about Patriot Chandler.
Oh, you're talking about, no offense, but knockout Chandler.
Yeah, totally different Chandler.
Yeah.
The guy that got in trouble in Salem and other places, yeah.
Oh, man.
I'm surprised. How long was he hanging around with Joey back in the day? For a little while he was, but I think those guys had different behaviors.
He was the reason why I met Luis, actually, because at the March for Trump, Luis was running around with a picture of Chandler on his T-shirt and running around telling everybody, "You'll get this, you'll get this." And I caught him in the middle of the street, and I'm like, "You didn't do that. I know who did it. It wasn't you."
That's bizarre. Enrique was in chat the other day or whatever, and he was wondering what Lewis has been up to. I'm like, I haven't seen him, whatever. Talk to BCP. He probably knows more about Lewis. Or
He got a payout.
he did.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard a bunch of them got a payout from 2020, but part of the agreement was they could get paid if they didn't go protest anymore.
Wow. Was that part of the Dustin one, or was that earlier? Wheels.
Dustin Wheels, probably same thing.
Yeah.
They probably. I know he had like 400,000.
I'm not gonna lie. I like Dustin.
Yeah. I mean, he was fun to hang
He
around
was,
with.
he was fun. He was fun. He was fun.
Especially
I'm not
when
gonna say like we were buddies, but it was fun, right? I mean,
yeah. And when you saw him call the police in Portland at the health authority thing or whatever, after somebody took his hat.
Yeah.
Gra, are you in the chat? If Gra's in the chat, he knows what we're talking about.
hey, he was always trying to help me, Jay. He was always trying to help me to bring me to the light, man. Always, Dustin was always.
Well, all you had to do was share a spliff with him, and you'd have been fine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! I gotta find some classic Dustin here if I can here.
Oh, Bill, we need to pay more attention to the chat questions. Apparently,
I'm sorry, my bad. What's the question you want to highlight here?
I don't know. Somebody said you're ignoring your chat. That's the only reason I'm saying it.
Bad. Okay, Quincy, if enough donations came in, would you pass out Bibles at ICE, or would you be scared they would harm them? Interesting question.
So Bibles, I'd be scared they would harm them. I'd pass them out.
It'd be KJV, of course.
It's a waste of money. They probably
you could burn the other translations besides the
You should do that.
Okay.
You should do that just to piss them off, or it's like it's okay to burn the Bible as long as it's not the real one.
Yeah, I'd pass them out. I wouldn't be. It's weird. Like I have a weird, if you want to say, view on and perspective on that, the stuff of the burning stuff. Because here's the thing, like the word of God isn't necessarily like it's the Bible because we have to read it, but it should be downloaded into us. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
No, yes, no, you're not following, are you?
Geyer hasn't had a chance to say anything, so Geyer,
I know. I was actually going to say that a couple minutes ago. He's just staring. He's been staring for like
Geyer,
the past 45 minutes.
I thought I
messing with the stream, messing with all the stuff here.
Well, how are you messing with the stream if you're not even engaging in the stream?
You got to at least move once in a while so you make
you're like IRT at a protest, just standing there with the camera.
Yeah,
I'm doing the exact opposite of what I do downtown Portland. What do you want me to talk about? What do you want me to get engaged? Okay. Freedoms to burn a Bible, freedoms to burn the United. I'll talk about burning the flag. I think we live in the greatest country to where we have the freedoms to be able to burn a flag. Not that I necessarily agree with that way of protest, but you can't do that in a different country. So, I mean, I know what the flag represents. I know what it's supposed to represent. People hate the flag. People hate America. That's why they burn it. And so it's just like, people, you can do that. So go ahead and do it. It's not my way to tell you don't do it. That's my opinion. Same with the Bible.
I take more of that approach.
I like that approach.
And that's
because if we have people going allegedly overseas to go fight, for our freedoms, right? If they're fighting for the right to stand with that flag, you got to be able to fight for the right to burn that flag as well. Because it's not harming anybody physically.
Go ahead, BCP. It looks like you saw that chat there.
Yeah, I saw that. That's why thumbs up. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I'd pass out Bibles down there. Yeah. If people burn them, they burn them. It's the Bible, the book itself, that doesn't determine my relationship with Christ. It helps me to know him, helps me to know what he wants out of my life. It's a blueprint, it's a guideline, right? But you burn it. Okay. Kind of like what Guyer's saying.
What else
upset you, preacher? Does it like deep
What's that?
down? Does it make you angry, or does it make you fearful at all?
Does it make me angry?
As a conservative, right?
No, I get I get your question. I'm trying to think I'm trying to think about if I'm angry because they're doing it, or am I angry because of what I guess has been taught to us or told to us. Kind of like what I mean, like what you're saying about the American flag. Am I angry because they're actually burning the Bible, or am I angry because of you're supposed to be angry because they're burning the Bible? Does that make sense? So
Right,
I'm trying to answer it and or look at it in that point of view. Like, so I don't know exactly if I'm angry if they're burning the Bible. I think I'll say this. I'm more angrier at people who come out from their heart saying how much they don't believe and how much they hate God and things like that. I get more angrier, a righteous anger toward that than I do seeing someone, oh, I'm burning the Bible. Like, okay, whatever.
Right. Have you talked to that transgender journalist on the left down there who, man, I can't remember his name. It kind of sounds like the same thing. It sounds like you would have more anger towards the hate that they have for God, or the hate that they've converted, what they've converted from. Got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like,
it's not the fact
burning the Bible that don't.
Is the fact. Yeah.
Right. It's probably like the same thing as burning the flag, right? Like, okay, so you're burning a piece of material, but when you start to say how much you hate, like living here and things like that, you know, you're actually hearing it, you're seeing it. That would bother me more than, okay, burn it. Okay, whatever. That's your right.
It's an interesting thing to see, like physically see.
Yeah.
That's like not something somebody sees like on a normal basis. Is a Bible burning or a flag burning, regardless of what.
No, I mean, not on your everyday life or everyday. Yeah, it's not. What's your perspective, Jay?
Well,
Don says,
I'll tell you with an anecdote. Oh, are you talking to us? Or are you talking to your chat, guy? Okay, I'll give you an anecdote that'll tell you how I feel about it and how I've always felt about it. Some of you are old enough and been around long enough and paid attention long enough to know that I want to say 2000, it may have been 2001. I believe it was the kickoff of Desert Storm, and Portland decided to protest that. It was the first big protest I had seen, and all of these protesters took over 2nd and Burnside.
Oh wow!
This is
I don't remember that one.
This is a long time ago. It was right after Y2K, and I'm thinking it may have been like late 2000, maybe early 2001. And Vera Katz was the mayor.
Oh yeah.
They tried to get her to shut it down, and she's like, "Nope, they have the right to do that." And like I said, for me, I had only been in Oregon like maybe 5 years by then, and I had never seen a big protest like this. So I'm watching intently on the news, and my daughter was very young. My daughter was maybe elementary, 1st grade, and she wanted to be a news watcher just like Daddy. So she had a TV up in her room, and I'm laying on my couch after work, and I'm watching, and she comes down. And she's halfway down the stairs, and she says, "Daddy, I thought you said the flag was special." And I said, "Yes, honey, we always respect the flag." And she says, "Well, how come the people on TV aren't?" And I turned on the television, and they had a 12-year-old kid up on a light post holding a flag while all the protesters held lighters up to it and were burning it in the middle of 2nd and Burnside. I lived in Kaiser at the time. I got in my little POS $200 Nissan Sentra, and drove up to 2nd and Burnside and saved that flag. That flag hung in my daughter's room until she became a teenager. That half burnt, half shredded flag that I literally got my ass beat for. Like, I literally had to Hulk Hogan out of that crowd with that flag. I had 20, 25 people beating on me from all directions. And there's cops, Portland cops, standing right outside the crowd watching this all happen. And I was that intent on showing my daughter that you don't desecrate a flag. That was the beginning of my activism days.
Right.
And it's not so much about the flag itself. It's, because then the left is like, well, how come you guys wear bandanas? How come people are wearing shorts? How come people are wearing hats and bikinis and blah, 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 blah. Okay, first, my answer to that is those weren't actual flags. If I see somebody cutting up a flag with a pair of scissors to make a bikini out of it, we're going to have an issue. Those are likenesses of the flags that were intended to be clothing. That's a whole different story. That's not taking an actual flag and cutting it up to make something of it. So that's the big thing. But the second thing is it's not necessarily the flag itself. That's just a piece of cloth. Okay? It's the idea behind it. And it's the people that have died for those colors, the people that have put their lives on the line, that still put their lives on the line every day. That flag represents the fact that we get to live like we do. We get to have the life that we have today, enjoy the freedoms that we have, enjoy the privileges that we have. I don't have white privilege. I have American privilege. The fact that we have these privileges is because men and women put on a uniform with that flag on it and put their lives on the line every day so that the entire world is afraid to take our lifestyle away from us. So I respect the military, I respect the flag, I respect the idea of both, because I'm a spoiled ass brat because I'm American, and I appreciate the people that make that happen.
Right. Yeah.
And the flag represents all of that.
You're saying it's more the idea behind the flag, right? Or
what it is. A piece of cloth is a piece of cloth. It's the fact when they burn it, they're not burning a piece of cloth. They're burning the American idea.
Yeah.
So that's why I understand what you were saying about the idea. You're burning some papers in a leather-bound book. That's not a big deal. It's the idea of them destroying the Christian ideals that's the problem.
Right. Yeah, and right. So that's the parts of that I can see, and so I agree with what you're saying. In that, I can see that exactly. Yeah.
So it's almost like you don't want to. I don't want to destroy you because you're burning the flag. I want to destroy you because of the values or lack of values you have, or the belief system you have, in order to burn that flag.
Correct. Exactly.
That's the enemy. That's the enemy. Which, I got you.
Yeah. They keep thinking it's the government that's that flag and everything. It's not the government that's that flag, or the current government. It's like you say, it's the principles of the country
and
that's grounded on.
And what Jay is saying is like, I can see that, right? I can see that's why they're doing it, because we don't like the idea of America. We don't like the idea of the Bible or Christianity, whatever. And I know that's why they're doing it. For me, it's like, it's always with me, it's like the words, body language, and things like that. So when I hear people manifest of how much they hate God or mock God or hate America and all these type of things, that's the stuff that grinds me and makes me upset more, or more passionate to say something. Them actually doing something, like I said, with the Bible or the flag, I'm like, whatever. Even though I am understanding their idea, like what you're saying, Jay. Like, I know that's why they're doing it, because they don't agree with America. They don't agree with the Bible. So that's why they're doing it.
And the thing is, we care about it because they care about it. They're not just burning a piece of material. That's not why they're doing it. They are doing it intentionally to provoke that response because they know what it stands for.
Right.
I pledge my allegiance to the flag. That's an idea. Okay. I'm not going to literally die for a piece of cloth. I'm going to put my life on the line for the idea that cloth represents.
Right. Yeah. Did you serve?
I did not. I was a bad kid and I wasn't allowed.
You went in the Marines.
I had
No, actually, that's not true. I'll tell you the quick version of the story. I actually I came from a Navy family. So in San Diego, I went through NJROTC in high school and all of that stuff. So I, had junior officer training and all that. And then I ended up going back to Ohio and I was a bad kid in Cleveland. And just as I turned 18, I caught my first felony case. Yes, everybody, I'm a convicted felon. I don't care. So instead of going to the Navy, they said, we can send you to the Marines. But in order to do that, the recruiter said, I have to send you down to West Virginia because West Virginia's laws were really slack. You can do anything in West Virginia as long as, whatever, as long as you're a white hillbilly in West Virginia, they'll let you do anything. This is back in the 80s, a long time ago. I don't know what it's like now. But so while we're waiting to arrange transportation for me to go down to West Virginia, they changed the law and the Marines stopped accepting felons. So I got screwed out of serving. I tried really hard, but because I was stupid, I made dumb mistakes and I did not I was not granted the honor of serving in a uniform.
Got you. I had asthma and I couldn't enlist, so I was all right. Whatever. That was the reason they said that, because I had asthma. I couldn't do it. Enlist.
I was too busy doing drugs.
That's a thing, bro.
Is it?
My brother went into SEAL training and tried to hide his asthma, and they put him in the pressure tank and almost killed him.
Oh wow. Okay. I was bummed about it. So.
Sorry to hear that, Wolfie.
You said what?
Wolfie.
Oh, somebody in my chat received a folded flag, so they definitely don't like to see a flag get burned. So
I have a folded flag. What Jay brought up. What war was it? Around 2001. Is that the war you said? Yes.
I think it was Desert Storm, if I remember right.
Oh, Desert Storm was
Desert Storm was in the 90s.
Yeah. So is the one. You said what?
It was after it was after 9/11, right? I think that's what.
No, Desert Storm was 90s.
That was Iraq.
No, I'm saying the one that Bush started was after 9/11. So I don't remember which name it was, but
yeah. My buddy was a 13.
Operation Iraqi Freedom.
Yeah, there you go. My buddy was a 13-car Humvee back from the border. They waited 13 hours in their Humvees before Bush gave the order to go in. And they went in, and my buddy, the flag that they flew over their base in Iraq, he gave me a plaque of the base with my name on it, and he gave me a folded flag of the flag that they flew over the base.
Wow.
In Iraq.
That's cool.
I still have it folded.
That's badass.
Yeah. And it has the base name on it, Iraq, whatever it was. But I have it in a frame.
Operation Iraqi Freedom. I think that's when we went and liberated Iraq.
Yeah.
Chat, make sure you guys follow Angry and BCP and Geyer here. I'll put the links in the chat there if you're not already following them.
So are we going to do are we doing a Pam Tifa live on YouTube tonight? Is that what we're doing? A 7-hour stream?
you can retire if you want to.
I'm just asking. I'm just asking.
It's cool to talk to people and everything. You can.
I'm still at work for another 7 hours. I don't give a shit.
Rubbing it in. He's getting paid to do this.
You're at work?
Yeah.
Wow. I want a job like yours.
I don't get off till 8:30 in the morning.
I want a job like yours.
On call.
No, you don't. The hardest part about it is staying awake.
Yeah, I bet. Yes.
The night shift sucks.
That is wild. Anybody else have any questions, or did I miss any good questions in the chat? Bell miners. Well, I got
Oh, Laura had a question there. Well, I don't know. Back.
let me scroll back here. What was a good one there? Where was it, Laura?
I mean, someone did say that you put everything up on the screen for us to see.
The chat's so busy. I'm not used to these busy chats here. Everybody's here to see you, not here to see me. So I'm trying to.
That's not true. That's not true.
Guy, how old are you?
Guyer's 21, you guys. Come on, look at him. He's 21 years old, bro.
18.
He's the costume wannabe.
I'm 31. I'll be 32 here in like 2 weeks.
So you were alive for 9/11, just really young.
Yeah, I was 7.
7. Wow.
Yeah,
Laura, what was your question that you asked earlier that I had on the screen, and then these guys kept talking about other stuff here? Where was that question? You know, it was around there somewhere.
I remember we were in Redmond, and I remember seeing it on the TV. And my dad looked at me. He goes, "Oh fuck," and I was like, "Yep." That's what I knew what "oh fuck" meant.
I was at a truck stop for the second hit. I woke up to the first hit, and then for some reason didn't think it was going to be as epic as it turned out to be. Thought it was just like a plane crash, and that sucks. I got to go to work. And then I had to stop and get gas in Brooks, and it's a big truck stop on I-5.
Yeah.
And I was standing in line to pay my gas bill, to pay for my gas, and all these truck drivers and guys waiting for their showers and all this shit. There's a whole truck stop full of people. It was a busy time, and they had TVs up on the upper wall. And the second plane hit, and the entire truck stop went silent. And then somebody did the same thing. They were like, "Oh fuck."
Well, was this the question you're thinking about, BCP?
You said what?
Is that the question you're thinking of right there, or is it on screen?
Yeah. When you guys have been criticized for your behaviors in the past, did you take that criticism well? I'm not like. Are you referring to like Patriots or like me and guys I preached with, or what?
Or his choice in Bible versions, or what are we talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what the question is. I was in the middle of a mix in the morning show. Because our morning show started at 5:30 in the morning, and the plane hit at like 8:45, which would be 5:45 here, and they stopped the mix that I was in.
This is what she's referring to here.
So Patriots and activism. I think that the hard part with that, and I think this is across the board, and Jay, you can probably, or whoever can probably add to this, but I think when it comes to criticism, I think anybody's going to take criticism hard at first, no matter what, even if it's in the right approach or the wrong approach. People are going to take it hard, especially men. It's going to be hard for men to eat humble pie if they're told they're wrong, or they're told that they should do it different or be better. So I think it can be hard to take criticism, but then that's where the humbleness comes in, and reflection and looking at things, which I had to do, at times. I think we all have to at times, but I think taking the criticism can be challenging, especially for men, because we want to be right, don't you, Jay?
Jay's always right.
See?
The problem lies in the fact that it's a bunch of alpha men and alpha women. And whether you are actually an alpha, you claim to be an alpha, or you want to be an alpha, it still applies. The same thing applies. And everybody's trying to make their mark, and everybody wants to be the person that everybody remembers. And
remember the name.
Yeah, it makes it difficult sometimes because when you come to activists, everybody has main character syndrome. And it makes it really difficult because people don't criticize you with the goal of making things better. It seems like people criticize you with the goal of them being right and you being wrong.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it hard to take.
Yeah.
Like you and I, Quincy, we criticize, we talk honestly, we disagree, we hash things out because we both understand, we both have a friendship and we both respect each other's opinions. And we know that neither one of us is trying to steal glory from one another or anything like that. There's no motives behind it. We criticize out of true friendship. But again, when you get all of these strangers together and nothing in common but that one piece
of Antifa.
Yeah, if that's the only thing you have in common, it's really hard to make bonds strong enough to have what Quincy and I have. Now, there were quite a few of us back in the day because the Patriot Prayer family became an actual family. And we were able to take criticism from each other and talk to each other and yell at each other and all of that. And it was all out of love, and we respected one another enough to take it. But when it grew so big that it was coming from all directions, everybody got their feelings hurt, and that's when all the factions started, and that's what eventually killed the movement.
Yeah, 100%. And it was true family, and it was such a pure type of thing too. It was so pure, so pure.
Hey, Danny Rebel, how you doing?
Yeah,
it was pure down there. Yeah. It was always nice to hang around with those guys and everything. You know, Proud Boys were different. You know, they had their own group or whatever, and it was kind of tight knit. You know, but they let people in, but it wasn't family. You know.
It was family. It was
for that. I mean, if you're a BB, it was, yeah. But if you were,
it started out of Patriot Prayer. It started out exactly that. It started out as family.
Yeah, it started here.
Yeah,
between Cali.
I was there. I was in the garage. I know.
Yeah, Berkeley. I mean, even though Proud Boy became what it became, it was still family even with them because it was still connected. It was and then obviously the Proud Boy thing grew, and then it became, you know, chapter here, chapter there, and it got separated from Patriot Prayer.
Well, I don't want to use this word as an insult, but it definitely grew into a monster.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm not saying that insulting because I love my boys. I love my black and yellow, BYOB.
Yeah.
But it grew into something completely different than it was originally created as.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And even at that, when it was created, it was still even pure. It was like, when it was created, it was a few of us in a garage embracing the Gavin McGinnis joke and wanting to protect people and their free speech and steal a couple Antifa flags. That's how it started. Yeah.
Yeah. And a lot of,
because I won't mention any names, but I sat in that garage with 5 or 6 of us, and we're all like, that needs to happen. We need to do that. Let's do that. And there were a couple flags hanging on the wall, and they're like, look, that says we can do that.
Right.
It was just that organic. It wasn't like an organized, wasn't any of that. It was just some of us saying somebody needs to do something. We want to be those people. Let's do it. And let's adopt the name.
Yeah.
That's all it was. It was simple and it was pure.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, it was.
Everybody already follows the BC Preacher, but in case you don't, there's his link in the chat right there.
BC Preacher.
We like that guy.
Well, it's cool to do this. I think I'll start doing something like this more often or whatever when there's nothing else going on with craziness in Portland. I'll see if you cool people want to join in the chat and things like that, whether influencers or chatters or something like that. Danny Rebel's in that chat over there doing his thing. Any other questions before these guys start snoring? Chat.
Yeah, I want to start snoring.
Okay, you're that tired. Okay, just because you've been driving all day, filling up on food multiple times, getting a speeding ticket does not mean you have the right to be tired.
Someone's been sleeping for the past hour and a half.
Who's that?
He's like a horse. He sleeps standing up and his eyes open.
Right.
That's I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Pretty soon I'm gonna be in downtown Portland, slumped over halfway.
Right.
Maybe Antigua will let you use that bench or whatever over by the trolley thing station there.
Maybe
you said what?
Uses
maybe they'll let you use their little new encampment to sleep or whatever outside.
I'll go say hello to them tomorrow for you guys.
Are we gonna go down there during the day?
Yeah.
Why not?
Might come down there during the day. That sounds fun.
Make sure you bring your cleaning equipment. Everything down there was just worse than I've seen it in quite a while. At least as far as on the posts and everything.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's actually even. It does seem like it's a little bit more dirtier than the last one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even over by that area over by the storage area or whatever, it used to be nice and pretty over there. They're doing some sort of construction or something over there. You used to be able to see a rabbit over there back when Cam was
a
around.
Rabbit? You saw a rabbit?
No, back when Cam Higbee was around or whatever. I remember watching a stream and he saw a little rabbit on the other side of where the encampment was.
Oh.
But now, because there's trees over there, but now there's no trees over there. There are bushes. All right, check. No more questions in the chat. Come on now. Now's your chance for whoever holds your King James version.
I just want to say one thing. I saw Danny Rebel is in the chat.
Yeah.
That is one of the streamers I have not got to meet in person yet. So, Danny Rebel, if you happen to be down there when I'm down there, please come find me and shake my hand.
He's a good dude. We like Danny over here.
Yeah, Danny's good. He's always stays out there late and does the. If you ever need something, glasses. What kind of stuff you do with the
Blows
glasses?
glass.
Danny? Blows glass for other things besides what some Portlanders use it for. I would imagine, not just what some people like to use those glass containers for.
Cannabis.
Speaking of glass, what happened with that window? Quincy, did you ever find out what happened with that window today?
I think it was just some extra glass that fell down. I guess it was shot. I don't know. I guess it was shot.
Yeah, that was like 2 or 3 days ago, though. They should have had something done with it by now. That shouldn't have happened today.
Yeah, they didn't have no board up there. It wasn't fixed.
And then somebody was saying the rumor is that was Ragsdale's apartment or something.
I don't know who that is.
Dustin Ragsdale.
Oh,
the one that I had with for filming the balcony.
Okay, he was down there tonight for a minute. He was outside.
Yeah, I saw a rumor in a chat somewhere or something that said that might be his apartment. I didn't know if you knew for sure or not.
No, I don't know. Yeah, I just saw the hole in the window and a little bit of glass down.
So what did it mostly fall on that awning thing?
I think it fell on the awning most of
and
it.
That's what made so much noise.
Yeah, glass.
Because I heard it on your live stream, and you guys were up the block, and I heard the bang on your live stream before you walked over.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was loud. Yeah,
it was.
Hey, Danny, I sent you a link if you want to join in. So,
what do you mean join in, Bill? What are you doing? Don't you work?
This is like Patriot Corner. We only pretend we want to go home.
I'm trying to be nice to Angry. He wanted to meet Danny, so I'm giving him opportunity. I'm trying to make connections here. Come on. I thought
What time you have to work, Bill?
I don't have to work tomorrow, so.
Wow. Okay. Only Mr. Bill's doing a 24-hour stream, you guys. So
No, I never stay up late. This is weird for me to stay up this late. You guys can leave if you want to. I'm not trying to hold you here or anything like that. I'm just trying to make sure we get Angry Oregonian to get to 500 viewers. So, and hopefully BCP will shout him out.
Shit, am I getting viewers doing this? I didn't even look.
I haven't even refreshed.
Where are you at?
456 right
I don't know. I'm
now.
going to look. I haven't even looked since we started this.
456 right now. Let's get at least a 460. Isn't that what I said at the beginning here? Click on that link there if you haven't done it already for Angry Oregonians. You're driving right now, so no worries. Danny, I just want to give you the opportunity. Mr. Bill, I want to know what his favorite hog, aka motorcycle, is. I don't think Quincy rides a hog.
I don't.
Talking about Quincy. He's talking about
Angry,
somebody else.
Is your X account just Angry Oregonian?
It's the Angry Oregonian, same thing as it is here.
Okay, the Angry Oregonian. Okay, just like the WC picture.
I think that was for Jay.
I thought we already followed each other on X. I could be wrong.
We do. I'm just putting it in my stream. I got 239 people. I'm gonna go tell them to follow you.
Like I said, I've known BCP for 5+ years or whatever, and he's just now followed me on X, so I won't rub it in.
Whatever.
There we go. The Angry Oregonian.
I'll be honest. I just started using X, like really using it. So that's why.
I know.
I'm the same way. I just started a few months ago, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I've had it. Yeah, and then
I guess they were asking me. That makes sense. My favorite motorcycle. I'm a Harley guy. Actually, oddly enough, I'm a Suzuki guy. I like Suzukis, but Harley's equal to Suzuki. I ride a Road King. That's kind of a custom Road King because it's set up like an electric glide without the dashboard. I like full dressers. I want a Road Glide. Actually, my dream garage would be a Road Glide with the Road King and a Hayabusa sitting all in a row.
I saw some of those kids,
Sounds
like
like a
7
pretty
or
good
8
setup
year old
to me.
kids with like an electric motorcycle rolling around today at the ice building. But there must be street legal or something like that. But they didn't make any noise, but they were motorcycle looking, but I forget what they call them, little sort of fake motorcycles anyway. I have a certain name for them that they don't have to wear helmets or anything like that, but they can still ride the streets of Portland.
Well, if you're young enough to ride something like that, you shouldn't be by ice.
Yeah. I wonder if Jelly Ray, hopefully he'll show up tomorrow over the weekend. He hasn't been out there in a while. He likes to shout.
He was out there the other night, wasn't he?
Oh, we need to see some Billy Ray. We like that guy.
Yeah, we like to restream him.
He was out and about, but I don't think he was by ice. He was out by Foster and he was out in Lentz neighborhood the other night. I know that.
He likes. There's a place where some Antifa NGO type group or whatever goes, and he likes to go by there and say, "Quit handing out drug paraphernalia to homeless people. You're just going to get them stuck on it."
Yeah, that's the Max stop in Lentz.
Yeah,
that's where he was. It's like across from where the old Copper Penny used to be.
Yeah,
the old Copper Penny, man.
Yeah, you remember that, bro?
I used to DJ there too, so yeah, I remember it.
I remember hearing it on the radio all the time. The Copper Penny.
Oh man, the Copper Penny. I hated DJing. That was like the worst place. I hated DJing there.
Oh God, did you take a whole 5-gallon bucket full of disinfectant wipes when you DJ'd there?
I hated it. It was the worst.
Nasty.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
E-bike, that's what they were called. Yeah,
I hated that place to DJ.
And then how many times did you have to DJ in competition to the quinceañera next door? That was it, Palace Ballroom or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Every time I went to the Copper Penny, there was a quinceanera on the other side of the door.
Oh, really? Yeah. Not usually. It wasn't when I was there. No, but yeah, they had the ballroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that place. Now it's apartments, high-riser apartments.
Yep, Evil.
Yeah, it was kind of bittersweet when they tore it down. The owner still, the former owner still talks to me. Yeah, that was a place. You know, they used to be downtown. It used to originally came from downtown Portland.
I didn't know that.
Yep. Yeah. I was too young. I was a little kid at that time.
Are you gonna let your kids go to the club? When are you gonna allow your kids to start going to the club? Or
never?
Come on, what if they're 18 or 19 and they say they're responsible enough or something like that?
That's on them when they're 18. I can't do nothing about that. I just gotta hope that what I instilled sticks.
You don't have to comment on it, but when somebody was talking to you in Pam Diva's chat the other day about your older daughter that I guess is bisexual or lesbian or whatever, and you're still nice to her and everything, that person made it seem like that you were kicking her out of your life or something like that.
I know. I actually texted my daughter last night and told her. She's like, who? She's like, I don't see her in my chat. I was like, don't worry about it. Like, it's all right. Because she was trying that person was trying to act like they were gonna one up me and try to embarrass me and make it sound like I was like, okay. It's like, thanks.
My daughter, not your daughter.
Right.
It's called family. Wake up. Their family is their Antifa group and everything. They don't understand, but some of them don't understand what a real family is.
Right. Yep. Yeah.
Because sometimes they probably didn't grow up in a good home or something. I don't know. Oh, there's a one for you there, Jay. Maybe.
For Jay, finally. Get a question for Jay, you guys.
He likes to talk about motorcycles and things like that.
What am I looking at? I've got a delay here.
Oh, sorry. I had a 82 Sportster a very long time ago, a different life. I didn't ride much because it was too tall for me, and I had to stay alive for my girls. That has too many wrecks. Not a question.
That's not a question. That's a sad story. That's not a question.
Reply with a sad story of your own. I don't know.
I tried to build a Sportster last year.
Oh, it was a response to Sand Tiger. Okay, that's cool.
Oh, I forgot 2 goats and a dog is a girl.
Oh, is there? Okay, really?
Yeah, 2 goats and a dog is a girl. That's why it said I didn't ride much because it was too tall. I said, how short of a dude are you if the Sportster's too tall for you? But I just remember 2 goats and a dog is a girl.
You never told me that 2 goats and a dog. All this time I thought you were a guy. You need to have.
I found out by accident like last week or something like that.
Now I'll try to remember that. I'll probably forget by tomorrow, but by later today, whatever. Anyway.
I always thought it was a dude too until I think it was her that started talking about some chick flick, some girly movie. And my wife was like, why is some dude telling you to watch this girl movie? And then I realized 2 goats and a dog is a girl.
Oh, I see how they are. That's crazy. Hey, Geiger, did we get any subscribers today? Hopefully, we got a few new ones over there for you.
Let's take a look, guys.
Refresh here. 207. We got a few more anyway over there. Well, like I say, you're trying to mainly focus on your Twitter. But
to build the platform on any platform would be good for me. So I appreciate every little bit of it.
Yeah. The thing is, on Twitter, nobody follows you unless you're like out and live and next to an ice building or whatever. You get very little engagement. It seems like.
Yeah, we had like 8,000 viewers when we went and asked Chief Day why the no tears.
Yeah. When you were doing the news thing that day. Yep.
Yeah, but we started with nothing, man. Like we started with like 0, obviously, and then we were working with David Medina, and then we decided to go independent. And yeah, my platform just started growing just a little bit more and more. And so yeah, I appreciate every single follow, share, like, comment. I like the engagement. I like commenting, and like Angry was saying earlier, I like seeing my stuff all the way in Japan, which is pretty
Exactly.
awesome.
Are you going to go to any David Medina events and everything? I remember back when my first things, I went to some Oregon governor wannabe that was the MAGA guy or whatever was the first thing I joined, you know, sort of like Dave Medina and everything. What was that guy's name? But anyway, are you going to go to events like that also, or just mainly news things or something like that?
No, we're gonna go to those events. We went to his first campaign rally. That was pretty cool. That was cool to cover something like that. We've been to political events before doing photography. That's my trade. That's how I started doing all this. So yeah, we're gonna go to more events. We're gonna pass out some signs and work on the campaign a little bit.
Oh, Jay fell down. Better. Have you met Tara Fowle by chance? She's a photographer out there that sometimes walks the streets of Portland, homeless with Kevin Dahlgren. She takes good pictures out there.
Maybe.
I think I met her once.
Yeah, possibly.
Play some of his content or whatever on my stream every once in a while to show people what's going on in the homeless situation, you know. He's in trouble. No, he's not in trouble. He's just kind of medicating himself with a special chemical. There we go. Good. If you guys are getting tired, I'm not getting tired, but I know Quincy needs to read the King James Version before he goes to bed. So
I need to do what?
Sorry, I'm just rubbing it in too much. But there's some verses up there. Somebody wanted us to read some verses way up in the chat there. I don't know if they're good verses, but you don't have to or anything like that. What's your favorite verse, Quincy, lately, or is there any certain verses you like to focus on?
You said what? You said what?
Any verses you like to focus whenever you're at ICE and you're surrounded by a bunch of crazies? Is there any kind of verse or thing that you read in the Bible that kind of helps you get through your craziness at ICE?
Yeah, I got one I like a lot.
What's that one?
What's that?
What's the one you got? Verse.
This one right here.
The foolishness shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all workers of iniquity.
Because God doesn't hate nobody.
And the lefties kind of think that he hates people.
No, lefties think that God doesn't hate nobody.
Oh, okay. Let me read it again there. Or
what's that?
Read it again with your translation.
Right there. There's my translation.
The foolish shall not stand in thy sight. Thou hatest all. Oh, thou meaning God.
Yes.
Hatest all workers of iniquity. But if I was somebody disagreeing with you or something like that, I would note that the thou is not capitalized there. So how can you say that that's God if the thou is not capitalized as?
It don't have to be capitalized because David is saying thou. David's talking. Meaning you.
Always asked it to a person in this as
you, yes. David's saying you. It's a you. You hate us. That's what thou is.
Thank you for the donation there, Caleb. You didn't have to do that there, but are you related to the vice president? Maybe.
Yeah, he did. He did have to do that.
Again, if you want to help out other channels out there, Geyer, make sure you're subscribing to everybody. And if you want to support Geyer, he doesn't have a super chats available, but Cash App should be in his thing if you want to. Just
you don't have
angry Oregonian's falling asleep. You guys, look.
I'm outside. I'm doing my rounds.
Okay. All right.
Security check. Okay.
This is
Security check.
This is a good one about speech and articulation.
I was just thinking about you guys talking about the Bible verses, and like I'm bad with numbers anymore. I got an old brain going, but I always have Psalms going through my head, and what most people that don't know the Bible don't realize is that a lot of Psalms were written by David when he was in periods of war and going through battles, and the Psalms were written to keep him have a peace of mind and strength and courage and intestinal fortitude while he was going through these battles. So when you go through this thing and you're facing something and you start to question your faith and question the strength that you have through your faith, then you read the Psalms in that light, and it's like, dude, the stuff we go through isn't anything compared to what David had to go through establishing his kingdom back in the day. So if he was able to do the things he was doing through his faith and writing and reading it back his Psalms, then how much more can that strengthen us?
That's good. That's good. That's a good word. Actually, that's a good word. It's true.
Yeah. Very true, very true.
But like you said earlier, Jay, us spoiled brats here in America.
we are, man.
I know. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Hey, Guy,
I love every minute of it.
What's up, Bill?
Hey, Guy, in your YouTube settings, if you go into your YouTube studio, there should be some setting that allows you to receive raids or something like that. So when I'm done with my stream, if I wanted to send you my viewers and everything, if you want to look at it real quick and see if you can find something like that.
He taught me this too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so somewhere in there, I forget where it's at, somewhere that should allow you to raise. And yeah, he did connect that or whatever the other day. I did notice that he learned how to work on a computer. So,
channel customization. What am I doing here?
Something to do with BC. Remember where it was?
I don't.
251 in the
somewhere
chat.
what's in your settings or something like that allows you to. On mine, let me see if I can remember where it is on mine in here.
Moderation, content control.
Moderation, where was it? Settings, community, customization, maybe? Not customization.
No, I don't.
I know it was somewhere.
Where is it at?
Dashboard, content detection, customization, settings. Let's go back to settings. Permissions, maybe. Manage permissions. I think that might be the one. Oh, not that part of it.
I don't know where was that. Did I have to be in my studio?
Yeah, in your studio somewhere. With that. I want to verify it's me. It's going to take me out of the thing I want. Community moderation. Oh, gosh darn it. I feel like done it now. I clicked the wrong key now. It's my pass key to get into my that I should already be in since I'm streaming. Permissions. Okay, yes, that's the one. So we're trying to do some things behind the scenes here to try to see if we can find a way to raid. But I'm trying to remember where the raiding option is. Approved users. Okay, that's where. What if I wanted to?
I guess I'm not understanding to what raid.
Yeah, when I in my stream or when somebody wants their stream and they want to send their viewers to you or whatever, or somebody else that has a similar content going on, it'll basically automatically send the majority of the viewers in your general direction there. I mean, I could always put your link in my channel, and a lot of people will go that way, but not everybody will be forced to go that way unless you have it set up so I can allow you to go there. Let me see.
Okay, got you. Okay.
Trying to
Permissions.
I thought it was in permissions, but I'm not seeing the option here.
Is it advanced settings? No, basically. Community mods, user management, managing moderators, Streamlabs, standard moderators.
Post when we're
content controls.
Settings, edits.
All channels can redirect to my content. Live redirect users. Is that it?
That's it. Yes.
Okay, so it's in community moderation or user management.
And then put it on the setting that allows you to send
all
people
channels.
All channels, yes. Unless you're worried about a hate read or anything like that, that's the only reason you wouldn't pick all channels.
Okay, please paste the URL. Save. Okay, settings saved. I think we did it here.
Okay, let me see if that allowed me to send them your way when I'm done here. Redirect. I might have to go back out and come back into this.
Oh, I gotta paste your URL. Give me 1 second.
If it's approved, if it's approved people or whatever, yeah, you have to put mine in there.
Yeah, let me get you.
Techno talk. Is the chat saying anything? Let's have BCB can talk to answer questions in the chat while we're fiddling with this. Oh, questions in the chat.
With me.
BCB can't see the chat.
I know. I'm trying to find a question in the chatters. They're just talking to each other in the chat, which is cool.
How do I get to his URL?
Well, there, Laura might have something to say. It took me living in Mexico to realize that U.S. Americans are very spoiled. What are your thoughts about being spoiled Americans? Let's see. Or Jay, are you spoiled as?
So can you drop your YouTube URL?
Or Mr. Bill, you can answer.
I'm not spoiled at all. As far as personally,
Mr. Bill's acting like he's the host. And answer it, Mr. Bill.
Yes, Americans are spoiled because we get too much stuff, and we're so used to getting more, getting things quickly, and not having to work for anything. Where people in other places, especially south of us, have to struggle to survive, or have people stopping them from being able to do what they want, or cartel type stuff, and they want to get away from that. And some of the people down there want to come all the way up here, and they spend money and do whatever they can to get up here. People feel sorry for them, but if they work a little harder down there, I don't know. I'm getting tired. Somebody can finish what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he said, see, I'm getting tired. I'm just like, I'm going to go like this in a minute. Y'all let me see like
right Ned. Did you get it figured out, guy, or did you save it?
I got it. We're all good to go.
Let me back out of the YouTube studio and I'll go back in. That should
250.
I think that's the problem with
the show.
Go ahead.
What'd you say, Geyer?
He's talking about techie
people.
He's talking about how many people he's got watching on Twitter. Although it just means that people clicked on your link and then in some cases clicked off. But you were saying that some people are spoiled that are men and women spoiled in America, or just women? That's not a sexist thing. That's a question.
White liberal women.
They're the most spoiled, probably.
So my question is, what did you complain about today?
I complained about my ticket. That's what I complained about.
I complained because my trucks broke down and I had to wait because I share a car with my wife. That was the biggest complaint I had of my day, was that I was a little inconvenienced because of our automobile situation.
Right. Spoiled brat.
I did not complain about free food. Okay, I did not complain about free food.
I told you. Look, I told you all my biggest complaint of the day. That was it. Other than that, I'm good.
Getting a ticket. Yeah.
But what you're getting at, Jay, is it's a thing that people don't realize that we do because of how spoiled we are. Like you just said.
Well, I'm looking at Laura's comment, and she said, "It took me living in Mexico to realize that our Americans are very spoiled." That's what I'm saying. I mean, there's people that have never owned a car their entire life, and they live in a house with dirt floors, and have to go fetch water out of a well in 2026.
Yeah,
you know, I'm sitting here with 3 laptops and 1, 2, 3 phones in front of me. You know, I'm looking out the window at my nice shiny car that's full of gas, and you know, I can turn around and I can walk next door to a store for a couple of bucks and get all the candy and soda I want. And you know, it's if you look at your life compared to other people's, you might appreciate a little bit more what we do have. The stuff, I mean, we really do take a lot of stuff for granted. We do. We take a lot of stuff for granted in this country because we're just used to it. That's why we're spoiled, because we're used to it. I'm not saying that as a negative thing. I'm saying, you know, America as a whole has worked its ass off to get to where we are and to enjoy this lifestyle. And but instead of appreciating it, a lot of us take it for granted and just go about our daily lives thinking we have things so hard, and we really don't.
Yep. Very true. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of other places have it a lot harder than us.
What makes it seem like it's hard for us is because we are spoiled and we're used to the things that we want when we want it, and that's what makes it that we're spoiled. So because if we don't get those things, it becomes an inconvenience, and then we're pouting all the while we're spoiled.
Yep.
Very true.
Crazy.
Hey, chat, you still need 4 more subscriptions for Angry Oregonian, and then we'll raid you to Geyer here as soon as we fall asleep, or maybe before that.
I'm gonna fall asleep.
You're gonna fall asleep. Okay. Are you in a separate room or whatever, or you don't have to say? I thought you had a hotel with.
He has an Airbnb. I'm just gonna crash on the couch.
Oh, okay.
It's only one bedroom.
That works.
I didn't fundraise for a hotel this time. I usually stay with family anyway, so.
I was wondering if you were gonna head east.
Speaking of like that person last night in the space talking about my daughter and me. I usually see my daughter when I come here and stay anyway. She stays with me, so you know.
Yeah. One time she was out there. Wasn't she with you?
Yeah, she came out a couple weeks ago, like 1 month or 2 months ago. She came out there with me.
Wait, your daughter came out with you?
Yeah.
Your little baby daughter.
Older.
Yeah, well,
she was standing right next to us.
No, right.
So we're talking about a daughter that I haven't met. Obviously, I didn't know you had an older daughter. I know your boys and I know the baby, but
yeah, I got 2 older daughters.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oddly enough.
Yep.
I didn't know that till.
And so one of them came out with me. She likes to see them. She laughs at them. Laughs at all the weirdos. What Geyer? What are you doing?
Trying to stay awake over here.
He's doing calisthenics.
I got a fan base now. I'm famous.
No. Quincy meeting or whatever, if you're worried about audio or whatever, there's a muted mic thing or whatever on the stream yard or whatever if you didn't want audio to go through. No big deal, but the weirdos are funny or whatever. In case there's like background noise or whatever, like right now I'm hearing a little bit of heartbeat kind of noises or something like that. Yeah, somebody can hit
heartbeat noises,
like somebody's moving a mic around or something like that. But anyway, in case you didn't want to talk, whatever, there's a microphone on the muting button on there. Not you don't have to, because Geyer's pulling a Costin. You think it's Geyer's audio? I don't know. That doesn't
we can test it. Hold on, we can test.
Click the mic. I'm gonna press it on my button here.
Is it my audio? Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'll mute myself.
I forgot that I hit the mute button, but it's not mine. No big deal. Jay, unmute. Yeah, it's on Jay's end. No big deal.
What are you hearing?
Like like you're rubbing something or something like that. I don't know.
Hey, don't tell my secrets.
Not that kind of rubbing.
It might be me fidgeting in my chair.
That could be a sensitive microphone. Yeah, no worries. Guy you're showing off. Like, what? Laura's got jokes here. You guys all met Laura down there, have you? I haven't met Laura down there, but I guess she goes down there.
I think I've met Laura down there. Yeah. Yeah, we've met Laura.
Yeah. Good person there. We'll maybe have her on stream tomorrow night or some other time.
I think I met her back November. I think she came down there one time.
Yeah.
I officially met Laura on Saturday.
Oh, cool.
I'm always behind the curve.
There's so many Twitter streamers down there nowadays.
We're muted here, guys. We're muted.
I think I've got most of them out there. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go or whatever, and then I'm going to raid Geiger. If that works for you, unless you guys have anything else. And
look, Geyer has to get to sleep. He has children in the morning to take care of. He has things to do.
I know, that's why I'm going to send him a raid, and then 5 minutes later, after he gets those people to raid it, and then he can go bye-bye. But until then, who's going to pray us out or something if they want to?
He said, who? What?
You guys want to pray night or something like that? You don't have to.
Night. In Jesus' name, give us a good night's rest. Amen.
Yeah. Okay. Was that the NIV version of the prayer or something?
That was hey, only Mr. Bill. Hey, listen, that was the NIV version of a prayer, okay?
Oh, well, that was funny, chat. Remember, chat, when I was talking about today, my jokes or whatever, are they like a Eddie Murphy level 10 or whatever, or a Chandler level? Everybody was saying they were definitely in 9s and 10 jokes. Anyway, Geyer, stay on. Thanks for everybody else joining us. And then I'll end the stream here in a little bit, and it should go send everybody. You make sure you hit. Actually, I put the links for everybody else in the chat there real quick, and let me put Geyer's link here. So in case it doesn't send you to Geyer, you go to him by clicking on the link. It'll stay open for you a little bit before he goes to sleep. But I want to send them some love. Make sure everybody's following Angry Oregonian and the BC Preacher if you're not already. There's that link there. Make sure you click on that in case the raid does not send you his direction there. And then when you go over there, make sure you hit the subscribe button when you get in his channel. Is that enough grifting for everybody?
Do a Q&A for a little while.
You're going to do a Q&A? Okay. They're going to ask you questions like, are you sure you're 30 or something like that? They're just going to say you look like you're 18, but I'll let you handle that. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. But when I end the stream, it should send everybody to Geyer. Good night. We'll see BCP streaming tomorrow and Angry Oregonian. Are you streaming tomorrow too?
I'm trying to head down to ice tomorrow night.
Sounds like a plan. We'll see you guys
Thursday. Yeah.
Make sure you read the Bible before you guys go to bed tonight.
Friday, I'm going down, not tomorrow.
Friday night. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what tomorrow is.
What am I going to do?
Tomorrow's Thursday, brother. Tomorrow's Thursday.
Okay.
Today's Thursday. Today's Thursday.
There's a plan for Thursday. Oh, there's some sort of a meeting or something. Anyway, thanks, guys. Good night, KP. Bill's.
Thanks for having us, Bill.
Mr.
All right.
Whose curbs are these?
Mr. Bill's curbs. 30-second countdown that might show up on people's screens, but here's the outro.